Welcome back, listeners, everybody, to the second downtime of this season. I realized after I had done the recording and already finished everything that the introduction that I had done for the last downtime was exactly the same as the way I started it in session. So you basically get 2 intros in a row, but whatever. I'm not redoing it. This week, we've got Caboose, Jack, and Jesse. I had put out to the crew that for this downtime, I wanted to get like a brand new crop of players that weren't in the last one. And in the end, I actually only managed to replace one of the players, Duncan, and then replace him with Jack. So it didn't really work out.
A strict upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but already we're messing up my plan, but you know, whatever. So this downtime is not really a sequel to the last one. It is a sequel in the sense that the story follows the one from last time. It's not a sequel in the sense that if you didn't listen to the last one, it's not that important. So, which is to say, it's a sequel that you don't need to listen to the prequel for.
Some of the players didn't even listen to the last one.
You know, hey, when you're not attentive to my every message on the server, you know, you miss things. What are you gonna do? But that's life. I don't really want to drag out the introduction. Although I will say, because I promised I would do this already, I did think it was funny but not entirely surprising the class choices that the players went with this time. Since there, I assume, wasn't any discussion or coordination ahead of time, we've got 3 close range fighters.
Everybody did this completely independently, and I think we all just kind of assumed that other people would do the support stuff as always.
Right. So yeah, it's a team of all DPS. It's all carries. There's no support. Basically, is what's happening here. So we've got a fighter, a monk, and a barbarian. I am like the only person in the world who like loves playing clerics and stuff like that, and will choose that over other stuff every time. So I always think that's funny, but not a huge deal, probably, or maybe it'll kill you guys. Remains to be seen.
I'm pumped.
Sure.
I've actually never really touched the monk class. I kind of like it. I don't know how effective it's going to be, but it's interesting, some of the subclasses. I haven't looked at them in a while.
Yeah, so monks are... my understanding of the way most people look at 5th edition is that monks are up there with rangers with like least popular class. When people are talking about like, you know, the just raw stats, because I think a lot of people think that your limited amount of key points don't let you do enough to offset the fact that you really aren't a spellcaster. But you also...
That was the thing that really jumped out at me was you really rely on your key to be very effective, because without that, you're basically just a dex tank, so anything that requires a saving throw, you are pretty vulnerable to. And you don't get a recovery option for your key points until your 20th level.
Right, and you get like 4 when you start a combat without it or something.
Yeah, if you have literally, you have to reliably use all of them each combat so that you can get 4 again.
Right.
But, so, it's... The main feature of your class is, I feel like, a much more limited resource than it is for other classes.
Yeah,
because even something like a barbarian, you have fewer rages, but once you use it, it lasts the whole combat, probably.
Typically, yeah, and you by the time you're there, you have a whole lot of them, so it doesn't really matter anyway. I sort of disagree. Like, I think, I mean, some of those things are factual. Like, yes, you've got a limited resource, but, you know, similarly, you know, spell slots for most of your casting classes, it's one of those things where even if you don't have any key points, monks are still pretty good, in my opinion. Like, you can go
as long
an
as
entire...
it's single target. I feel like a monk is a really good anti-backliner sort of class, where they can move quickly, and if it's one-on-one, they can probably kick ass pretty good.
I mean, everyone's got, like, their specialties. You know, again, they're usually really high AC. And then I agree with your choice. I love Way the Kinsei. I think it's really cool. And you get Agile Parry, which I think is really good. Especially once your fists become, basically as good as your weapons. Then, you're always going to have 2 extra AC every turn. Unless some very specific conditions are met. So, I don't know. I like monks. I think they're cool. There really aren't any classes that I don't like in D&D. Except Rangers. Rangers I'm just not a fan of. So... But I like monks. I think they're cool.
I actually almost always play support characters, so this is the first time I played a barbarian, and so I'm intrigued to see how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's your trigger? Like, why when you go into a rage, why? What makes your character angry?
Oh shit. Okay, I'll think about it for a second while you guys are chit-chatting.
What's your character's name?
Cassian.
Cassian. Okay.
Yeah, it's a bolt demon, so I look like a mad scientist.
Should we actually take a moment to just describe the characters we've rolled, or does that come later?
Well, that'll come up.
Okay.
But it's funny that you say that, Jack, about, why you went into a rage, because, of course, we've actually already talked about that during a table talk a long time ago. And in fact, it's one of my favorite table talks. It is Table Talk 19.9375. That's the one we were talking about that before. So that was in the stretch in season 1 when we were where we did like 6 downtimes in a row.
Yeah, that was great.
And then that was actually the one that we did before the like really bad Witch Hunt Part 2 that we threw away because it was like so bad.
I didn't think it was that bad. I know you hated it.
Yeah. Basically, it went completely. Something Duncan said afterwards that I think was pretty correct about it was that it was like a theoretically interesting story, but it wasn't a good like TTRPG. Like because you guys were basically in like a long cutscene, so anyway, yeah, it had problems in my opinion. So we didn't release that one, and then the next week we did the next table talk. But that's one of the standalone table talks. But in it, we talked about in the previous or one of the previous weeks, we had done it was Downtime Herald of the Moon, where Jack's character was a barbarian, among other things, because that was our random episode. And one time Duncan asked you, like, oh yeah, what are you so mad about when you raged? And then you gave some explanation for it. And so we kind of talked about, what does that mean? And I put forth that it would be funny where if you had to actually justify every time you got mad and it had to be something different every time.
Especially if your character can't lie. Oh boy.
Yeah. And like I said, we'll get to describing all that. But all that being said, is everybody ready to start the session?
Ready.
Yeah.
Ready.
Okay. So begins Downtime 2, The Demons of Dima. So this is Scene 1, A Hell of Our Own Making. Introduction text. It's been a tough time in Hell recently, but you've been even tougher. As the faithful demonic servants of Dima, the succubus and daughter of Damien, you have been hard at work defending her position within the hellish hierarchy, while she has been away in the material plane. Now, Dima is making an abrupt return from her years-long foray into the human city of Redgrove. Rumors are already circulating about how Dima and her father let themselves get killed by adventurers, which spells trouble for your master's standing in the community. You have been summoned to her court, where she has collected herself after her untimely death in the mortal world. No doubt she has some sort of plan in mind, and it must have a special role for her Hell Knights. So, you're all playing as a custom race that I created for this session. They're called D-Men, or D-Women, and are the prized servants of the powerful denizens of the many hells. They look quite a bit like tieflings, which allow them to pass for adventurers in the human world. Their most important feature is that they cannot lie, and they often die instantly if they ever fail to uphold a promise. This means that D-Men and D-Women tend to be either honest and forthright or cunning, both of which can be extremely valuable traits in a demonic servant. So you are all in yes, you all have a static minus 30 to your deception, just to remind you that you physically cannot lie. You see Dima emerge from behind her throne and quickly take a seat. It's a vicious stone chair that protrudes from the floor, surrounded by pillars of stone that connect the cave-like floor and ceiling, an architectural style that has been a favorite of demons since time immemorial. I guess for time immemorial. For a long time. She quickly bids you stand from your kneeling positions. There seems to be no time to waste. However, we're going to waste some time. Can I get a character description from everyone? As you unkneel in sequence, the camera, scrolls over each of you, and like an anime, like text appears of who you are.
And we all take turns kind of flourishing for the camera that we can't see.
Yeah, and you say, you have some line that is indicative of your character when it happens. So let's start in alphabetical order with Caboose.
I am Blaze Tanner. I'm a flame D-man. Red-skinned. I'm a fighter with a flame sword as my primary and a dagger as my offhand for 2-weapon fighting, and I'm a bounty hunter and loyal to Dima.
How would you describe your character's personality?
My personality is very bland. I don't, no interest.
Sweet.
Just yeah. I just do whatever Dima says, and if Dima doesn't say to do something, I'm not doing it.
Sweet.
So your personality is just loyalty.
Yes.
Hey,
Nice.
Dima appreciates that.
Yeah.
I bet.
So
Okay.
you're like a Hufflepuff demon. Right.
Yeah, he's hardworking and loyal. Jack.
So my character is Rin, the frigid demon. D-man, rather. Dressed in very simple garb, no armor to speak of. Has the only really fancy looking thing is some sort of wiry gauntlets that he has on. Just wields a simple staff. Just a very thin, wiry, you can tell he's strong, but probably not gonna be lifting any boulders anytime soon. But he looks fast. He is, of course, loyal to the end when it comes to his favorite goddess, Dima. Not goddess, demoness. But
Loyalty
he does
to the
feel
end. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, there's a saying in the Orient.
Patriotic.
But while as much as he loves her, he does feel like her organization could be improved a little. He's sort of, as a side gig, he's taken it on himself to be sort of their equivalent of a social justice advocate. Primarily, he thinks that he thinks it should be D-man and she-man, because D-woman doesn't sound very good to him. So he's really been pushing that agenda pretty hard. It hasn't caught on yet, but he's going to keep trying.
Oh, it never will. That's for sure. Because that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. But, very philosophical and meditative, but, will absolutely kill anybody who opposes Dima or who disrespects, or, anybody, or at least he feels like they're being disrespectful. He'll kill you.
Well, that's a very interesting character. Thank you, Jack. Jesse.
Okay. So I am a bolt demon named Cassian, and I've got yellow skin and a really snazzy cloak. Instead of armor, I've got a cute little vest that's pinstriped, very snazzy, with a nice pair of slacks to go along with that I'll probably mess up when I get into a rage. And I'm a pretty young demons, and I'm really bad at not lying or being cunning. I'm not very good at it, and then I get really upset at myself when I mess it up. And so that.
Well, you physically can't lie, so you can't be bad at that.
Well, no. Bad at evading
At
it, being
bad at
evasive,
strategically telling the truth in a way that is deceptive.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. I'm not good at that. I panic whenever I have to come up with something witty and clever. To avoid telling the truth. So then I just freak out and go into rage.
Impressive. Yeah, truly a peerless set of warriors that Dima has right here. Okay.
Oh, just as a flavor note, Rin he's designated a part of the realm. He got ownership of it and has officially named it Safety. So that in the event that he needs to take someone captive, he can honestly tell them that he's going to take them to safety.
Right, but then he has to actually get them to hell.
Yeah, that's fine.
How would he do that?
Find a friend who can cast Gate. I don't know. It's just
Does he have somebody? So here's where that becomes a problem, right? So if he becomes Forsworn, he dies. So if he makes such a promise, then he has to find a way to do it, or else he will die.
Okay, so I telepathically communicate with Dima and say, hey, get somebody who can use Gate. And then I turn to the person I'm tricking and say, go through this gate. It'll take you to safety.
Yeah, she's
it's the perfect plan.
That's a terrible plan. Because that would also mean that she has to be at safety.
It's a very cooperative relationship we have.
Incorrect. She would recommend against making such promises. Okay, so great introductions. Your characters are sure to be successful in this mission. you have all now risen and are waiting for Dima to start talking about her her recent misadventure. So she definitely looks frustrated. And two of my players this week will already know why, and one of my players didn't listen to the session, and so he won't. But she kind of starts talking about it, and you get filled in pretty quick. So like I said, that she recently died in the material plane and has within the last hour or so, and she has recoalesced here in hell. She's now talking to you guys about it. She says, my foolish Lord Father got himself killed by some adventurers, and for some unknown reason, he let them go to the Chaos Plane where he's from and kill him there. So he's dead forever. And she seems like she's kind of talking to you, but also just talking through it to herself. She's like face palming it. She's thinking about how foolish that was, and how it's really set back her plans. So she looks to all of you and says, so I've called you all here today because I need you to go back to Redgrove, which is where I was, and I need you to finish the work that I started. Have any of you ever been to Redgrove?
No.
Not me, never.
Cassian looks around and is like, no,
Okay.
I've been outside of hell.
Do you... she looks a little shocked by that. But, well, anyway, do you remember what I told you about Redgrove?
Yeah. I think so, yeah. There's things happening there. I don't know. And panic and sort of start shuffling.
Yeah. Well, you must have remembered something, or else you wouldn't have physically been able to say that.
Yeah, no, I remember something, but I can't remember exactly what it is, and now I'm panicking because it's like, what if I wasn't quite right? I don't know.
I can tell you what I remember about Redgrove.
Okay, go ahead.
I remember that a few centuries ago, a battle between an angel and a demon took place in the valley where Redgrove now stands. The demon was defeated, but then the angel died shortly thereafter. A grand tree grew in the spot where he fell, and the place became a gathering spot for the druid circles in the area. After a time, it became known as a place of healing and fertile land, causing migration of both religious pilgrims and farmers seeking greener pastures. That's all I remember.
She sees that you're scrolling through your Discord.
Oh my god. It's almost like you're reading off of a list.
Yeah.
That is really impressive. I'm so happy that you remembered all that.
Rin snaps his fingers as this happens, and he says, oh yeah, with the discovery of rich metal veins in the nearby mountains, a city began to form under the tree's massive canopy. Now Redgrove is a wealthy city with diverse economic, religious, and political interests. Tensions exist between multiple factions within it. The druids are at odds with the industrialists, the rich have conflict with the poor, and the residents have great mistrust of the pilgrims who flock to Redgrove for healing and communion. In between all of these groups are the city guard and the group, and you can hear the capital letters as he says that, who each mitigate and exacerbate these conflicts in their own ways and have an ongoing struggle of their own.
Fire emoji.
You guys have such great memories.
Yeah. So Dima looks very impressed, and she says, Blaze and Ren, I'm very impressed by how well you pay attention when I speak. She looks over at Cassian and says, you would do well to follow their example, Cassian.
Cassian cries just a little bit.
Dima finds this reaction appropriate. So she says, okay, so the good thing is you've remembered precisely the reason why we went there in the first place. So, well, why I went there anyway. My father, frankly, has displayed himself to be quite the fool, so, maybe I was wrong about his intentions. I was there looking for some remnant of that great demon. Some vestige of his power that was left behind, some artifact, anything, because I suspect something is there. And I felt like I was getting very close, until today, when this incident occurred. I want you three to go back to Redgrove and finish what I started. I need to take some time here to deal with my father's death and his place in the hierarchy. I need to claim it for myself. There's a lot of things I need to take care of now that I'm back here. So I'm leaning on you three to find whatever it is and bring it back to me. Okay?
Is this like a stick or a ball, or what are we looking for here?
Unknown.
Hmm.
But I was working with a man named Saris, a researcher from the university at Red Grove, who's tracking down some historical, points of interest and other things that were helping us, close in on where it would be if it's there. And he had told me that he had some breakthrough, and I was going to use the inauguration as a chance to, find this thing while the city was distracted, but then I got killed. What I think you should do is track down Saris, who works at the university, and, tell him that, you're friends of mine or something, get him to trust you like he trusted me, and then get him to lead you to this thing.
Did you use a pseudonym, or were you just going
No.
as you?
I was in disguise as an elf, but
Okay, yep, good info.
But Dima.
Okay.
I used my real name.
Yeah, just didn't want to be like, yes, our, mistress, the demoness.
Yes, no, he was not aware that I am a demoness. He just
Okay.
Yes, he knew me as everyone else in Red Grove knew me.
Okay, an elf named Dima, understood.
Okay,
Is he like kosher with demons, tieflings? Or are we gonna get like weird side eyes?
So I have no idea what his opinion on demon kind is. It would probably be better if you did not reveal that you are demons.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you, and she kind of like squints a little bit, who haven't been to the human world, you look like tieflings for the most part, which are, if you're not aware, they're like demonic heritage humanoids.
Oh, they're like our cousins.
Not really, but you look similar enough that most humans can't tell the difference.
Cool.
So, as long as you don't reveal that you are demons, then, you should be able to pass as, non-demons in the material plane.
Cassian like nods his head like,
that.
yeah, all right, got it.
Do humans really like tieflings? In my experience, that's not
No,
much
they
of an
don't.
upgrade.
But they won't attack you on sight if you're not doing something wrong. Most people won't. I can't speak for everybody.
Rin nods, looks at Dima and says, "My lady, I promise that we will succeed. This is a statement that I'm making factually.
Right.
So if it doesn't happen, I'll die."
I expect no less from my most loyal servants. And she looks at the other two of you.
Cassian knows that if he opens his mouth and actually promises, and he is kind of like freaking out and hopes that Blaze says it for him.
And she keeps staring at you. No one can promise for you.
Blaze says, "I will not fail."
Yeah, totally. I'll make it happen. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not only will we succeed, but we will do it in 2 days.
No!
Within the next 10 minutes, you will have in your hand the remnant of the demon's power. Okay. She seems satisfied with the loyalty that you show. So she says a couple other things, and she hands to Rin a scroll of sending, which a scroll of the spell sending. And she says,
"Okay.
Once you've found whatever this remnant of the demon's power is, message me using sending, and I will bring you back here. Because as far as I know, there's no other way for you to get back. Two other things. The only place I can send you back to, since I'm not there, is the place where I died. That's the house that my father and I lived in Red Grove. Now, there was a fight there very recently, and I can't say whether there are still adventurers there, or guards, or it's empty. I have no idea.
If we see these adventurers, should we try and kill them?
Absolutely. Well, actually, no.
No.
They are not related to what we were trying to do here. It's unfortunate that they killed me, but right now it's not really important that we do anything about them.
Are you saying it's not important that we kill them, or it's important that we not kill them?
It's not important that you kill them, but
Okay.
I would also... They are relatively powerful, and unless they are in your way, I would just avoid them. We can get our revenge at some later date. Frankly, that's not a huge priority of mine.
All right. Sounds good.
The other thing is, once you get to the house, I wasn't able to obviously grab all of my effects before I left. There's a bag of holding in one of the rooms on the first floor. It's got some gold, which might be useful out there. It's got some potions, and then it's got my bow, which you're welcome to use, I guess, out there if you need to, but I just want that back. So just take it with you.
Okay, bag of holding, gold, potions, bow. Got it.
Exactly. Okay, is everybody ready? The time is of the essence here.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I know. We only got 2 days or I'm dead.
Let's do it.
This is true. All right, so
I was not included in that. We'll get it done in 2 days.
That's right. That was all Ren by himself.
I'm sure you feel some compulsion, some compunction even,
Oof.
to support your ally in solidarity. So you'll probably want to kill yourselves if he dies.
Awesome.
Okay, so
Okay.
you join up in a circle, and she starts, chanting some words, and just like that, you find yourself sent to the material plane. Now we're moving on to scene 2, a mansion of mystery.
I can't wait to see these great tokens.
Yeah, they suck.
Okay, so where are we dragging in?
Yeah, to your point, the tiefling tokens I have are absolute garbage. So they look terrible, but whatever. And then the other thing, just as an admin note here, I'm trying something new this time. When I listened to the last Downtime, there was obviously a lot of I move here, and I go to this spot, and that kind of stuff. So I'm trying something new this time, which is you all can see through your tokens, but you can't move them. So what I want you to do is describe to me where you want me to move it, and that will have the effect of describing to the audience where you're moving in space. Blaze should be able to see things now. Also, Ren.
Yep. Oh my god. Okay,
And
I can't
Cassian.
see. This is an amazing token. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's pretty garbage.
It's really good.
and-
So,
For Cassian in particular, it was a gray one that I did some Photoshop color replacement on to make it yellow.
yes.
Okay, so that's the 3 of us here.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
in scene 2, a mansion mystery. Scene description. You find yourselves instantly transported to a new scene, the interior of a mansion in the human world, presumably the one that Dima was using in Redgrove. The room you're in is large, some sort of entertaining hall with many doors leading elsewhere. Footsteps can be heard throughout the house, and a quick glance around the place reveals that it's crawling with members of the city guard. The room boasts signs of violence, as well as what appears to be a dead body outside the room. You can also see a few guards milling about, opening doors, checking the walls, those kinds of things. It looks like they haven't spotted you yet, but it's pretty clear that they will any second.
Cassian is super jazzed to see this new building and is looking around and isn't really paying attention to the guards, but is looking at all the cool, wall fixtures and, stairs and that carpet in the middle or whatever. Very excited.
I just imagine Cassian popping into existence and then going, "Oh wow, guys! Holy shit!
out this
How
house!
cool
This
is
is
this?"
so cool!
So discovery is imminent, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, well then I'm not going to waste time. I'm immediately going to attack, so we can at least get the first strike in.
Okay, so who do you want to attack?
So we are currently standing in kind of a rectangular hall, sort of in a corner. There's 3 people that I can see, 2 in the room and then 1 in an area a little further away.
So the one that's a little further away is the dead body I mentioned earlier.
Oh, that's the dead body. Okay.
Yeah.
Then
Previous
I guess
listeners will know him as Guard Gardington.
Gardington. Okay. I can also just barely see someone's leg poking out in the other room. But we got 2 in here, and I want to kind of control this space. So I'm going to look at the guard closest to me, just looks like maybe 10 feet to the left here. So I am just going to pop in, assess the situation, go, okay, 2 people in the room, we're fighting no matter what. And I'm just going to rush the guy closest to me.
Okay, so you run across the small space between you and this guy who's got his back turned to you. So I'll give you advantage on that attack.
Oh boy. All right, so let's see here.
And then so we'll do the surprise round and then start combat. Okay,
Perfect.
yeah, 26 to hit.
Yep, non-crit. 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Just whack him.
And he yet lives. But he staggers forward and the thwack sounds throughout the house.
And okay, so That's one attack. I get 2 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to attack with my fist for my second attack.
Uh-huh.
Unarmed strike. Do I still have advantage on this, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, 15 to hit.
Ooh, you miss.
Oh, damn. So as a bonus action, I guess I'll make an unarmed strike.
Okay. You miss again.
Damn it. Okay.
The
So I
thwack
rush
from your
forward.
first hit, really made him stumble, and then you do like this punch kick combo up
Yeah.
where his like head would be, but he's still like kind of stumbling forward, trying to like not trip.
The problem is I've been spending a lot of time in the gym sort of, practicing, but I'm not accustomed to the fact that people do, in fact, react when they get hit with a stick. So I hit this guy, do 2 perfectly executed follow-up moves that would have knocked his socks off if he'd still been there. But he's stumbling forwards, and it just doesn't really pan out that way.
Okay, classic. All right, who's going next?
Blaze.
All right.
Blaze will go next.
Definitely. Cassian's still, looking around.
So what does Blaze want to do?
Blaze is gonna follow Ren's lead but go after the other guard as he watches Ren punch this guy and hit him with a staff.
Yeah. So these 2 guards in the room are kind of in opposite corners from each other.
Mhm.
So yeah, to run after this guy, you're basically running all the way to the south end of the room, which is closest to the dead body outside.
Yeah, I don't want to go after the same guy, so I'm gonna run. It looks about 20 feet to the opposite corner, and I'm gonna strike this guy.
Go for it.
I'm going to use my flame sword that's on fire.
Uh-huh. Now, I believe it takes a bonus action to activate that, correct?
All right. Well, then in that case, I'm going to speak the word Inferno and cause this thing to go crazy.
That's a good one.
Cassian's like, nice!
And then I rolled a 21 to hit.
That hits.
17.
Yeah. Oh, he goes down in 1 hit.
All right. And his corpse is on fire.
Definitely smote. He's smitten.
So cool.
When I look out, now that I'm here, when I look out the door, do I see
Out in the front foyer area where last session 2 very tough guards almost took down the party by themselves. You see those 2 bodies, but then you also see a tall, tough-looking guy, perhaps like some sort of guard officer of the city watch, kind of looking over them, and he's registering something that's happening in the other room, but he hasn't quite turned around yet.
Yeah, it sounds like these guys can't catch a break, huh?
Well, so the other guys were private guards. These guys are the city guard.
Blaze is going to move back towards where the party started for another 10 feet.
Okay, so he's going back to the corner where he started.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And now Cassian.
So when Blaze pulled out the sword, he kind of was like, "Oh shoot, okay," and starts paying attention and is going to run over across the room next to Ren and attack the other guard that's still alive with his great axe.
Okay, go for it.
I can tell you from experience that does not hit.
Yeah, that'll miss.
But he's got 1 more attack, so he's gonna give it another go.
Okay. That'll hit. That's a 25.
Boom!
And that will hit, or that will kill him. So he's still kind of stumbling forward, towards the wall, and then and you catch him with a big ol' swing. He goes down. But by now, the rest of the house, you can hear footsteps, kind of turning and moving in your direction as people are wondering what's going on. Blaze is up.
Blaze is going to, with his dagger of venom, he is going to use an action and cause a thick black poison to coat his blade. In anticipation of some rough combat from that guard officer, will move back about 15 feet back to where he had previously started, and
So
which
he's
is
right back in the same corner where he's
right back in the same corner, which is near Ren and Cassian.
Yeah, so we're kind of back in line now.
Yeah.
Okay. Very defensive play. I like it.
It takes a full action to coat your blade in poison?
Apparently.
Huh. So pretty cool though. So you have 2 different weapons that you can have elemental effects on. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if it does him any good.
Yeah.
All right, Cassian is up.
Let's see. So Cassian is gonna move sort of in between Ren and Blaze, so that he can be part of the team. And is going to pick up his javelin of lightning, so that he can throw it when somebody comes through the door.
Are you gonna ready that action? You have that option.
Oh yeah, sure. Yes.
Okay, so as soon as you see someone walking through the door, you're gonna throw your javelin of lightning.
Yeah.
All right, Ren.
Ren is going to approach the door, maybe stay about 10 feet away from the entrance, and also kind of stand off to the side a bit so that he's not blocking the other side.
Okay, so yeah, you moved like halfway across the room, and you're pretty close to the other door now.
Yeah, the intent is I want to be the first thing they see and the first thing they engage, while the other two can sort of position themselves, but I also want to make sure that I'm not blocking the path of the javelin.
All right.
And I will, I'm trying to think if there's any action that's worth readying. Probably not. I'll just stand there. Or I guess I'll take the dodge action. Yeah.
An oft-forgotten thing to do at the end of your turn. Okay. Now it's the guard's turn. One of the guards opens the door right where his buddy lays dying. Or dead, rather. The one that Blaze killed earlier in the round. He gasps and then looks up across the room and sees all these horrifying, tiefling demon-looking characters. He's already racist against tieflings, so this just confirms all the suspicions he had about the world. And then he's also going to take the dodge action, because he likes the sound of that. Then...
Oh my god, he's flying.
Yeah, I just kind of pick random things to select just so I know that they've done something different. Suddenly, this other door on the other side of the room opens, and another guard bursts out of it. He does the same thing, except he's just going to attack you.
Oh no. Ren laughs.
Get ready to die. He's going to attack you with his spear. 5 to hit. He misses. The guard, in a panic and, ragingly, kind of takes his spear and kind of tries to stab you with it and just completely whiffs. Like, he's nowhere close. There's no excuse. He just misses. Up next is the tough-looking guy who wheels through the door unaware of a javelin that's about to schwack him in the face. He goes, huh? So you can now that he's walked through the door, your held action is triggered, so you can do it if you want.
Sweet. Yeah, so Cassian's gonna be like, lightning bolt! And then throws the javelin.
So he needs to make a DC 13 dex saving throw. He
just makes it.
Just makes it with a 21. Yeah, he's only +2, but he got a good roll. Okay, so go ahead and roll the damage, because I think he still takes half.
Yeah, he takes half.
Yeah, alright, so he takes 7 damage. So that annoys him, and he looks at all of you and is determined that you are in fact hostile, and he continues advancing, and he's going to use whatever weapon this character sheet has equipped to attack Ren with advantage.
Ren, having finished laughing at the other guy, turns and laughs at this guy.
Okay, good. Okay, and he's going to attack twice with his longsword.
Miss.
Both miss. And he's like befuddled at how nimbly you move and evade his attacks. So now basically everybody is in this one center room, the same room where the group party last week fought against Dima and somehow succeeded. Next up, Blaze.
Blaze is going to move to attack the big guardsman that took some slashes. He's leaving himself up for attack for the other guy, but he's going to attack the big guy, potentially with advantage?
Yes. So yeah, he's now standing opposite, or on the other side of the big guard.
This guard is in a D-man sandwich.
Yeah.
We have a nice flank chain going on here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Everyone's flanking each other.
Alright, first attack. So I'm dual wielding. I have a flame longsword in my right hand and a dagger of venom in my left hand. And while this looks really awkward, I'm a double expert in two-handed fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Does a 19 hit even without the advantage?
Yes, it does.
So then it would be a...
9.
And then I get a second attack. I'm attacking again. 15.
You miss.
All right, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to attack with my dagger of venom.
Okay.
17.
Miss.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's pretty legit.
Yeah.
So yeah, you haven't fought a lot of humans. They you've been fighting a lot of enemies in hell recently. A lot of other demons, big monsters, whatever. And humans are they move a little different. You're just not used to it. And you're expecting him to zag, and he ends up zigging. What are you gonna do, Cassian?
Okay, so Cassian is a little offended by all this racism against tieflings, and is gonna go into a rage.
Okay.
And then is gonna rush down towards the big dude with everybody else.
Oh my god.
And is gonna try to smash him with the great axe.
The gang squad.
This guy thought he was in charge.
No.
That'll miss. That'll hit.
Ooh, what about that?
The second shot will work.
You do 11 damage. He's not thrilled with what's going on here. Ren.
All right, Ren notices that there's advantage to attacking the big guy because he's flanking. So he takes a look at the first little dinky swordsman, and he says, "I'll get to you later," and winks at him. And
that's
then
a promise he has to.
Turns to attack. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I will kill you in exactly 5 hits.
Oh my god.
He
Does that mean if Blaze goes and kills that other guard, then
that means Ren dies?
Ren immediately dies?
Yep.
Ren says, "I think I'll get to you later," and then winks and then kind of shrugs.
I plan on doing something about you. Eventually.
I have intentions. And then he turns to the big guy and goes to whack and thwack with his staff.
Okay. Miss.
My god. I'm +9 to hit. How is this happening?
That'll hit.
There
you're
we go.
rolling low numbers.
Yep. Okay. Roll damage. 14
oh my god, a huge, massive.
Baby. I do just a two-handed overhand chop right at his shoulder. That
two-handed? That's only 12 damage.
Oh, sorry, one-handed.
Oh, this also means you don't get agile parry.
No, that's fine because I'm going to use my bonus action to use an unarmed strike.
But that's not during the attack action, so
it's yeah, that's fine.
You think I don't know how agile parry works?
Yeah, I'm new to this whole monk thing. All right, that's fine. My AC's 20. I'll be okay. 18.
That just hits. Just
all
hits.
Right. 10 damage.
10. It just hits for he's hurt very badly.
Okay. Still standing? Not for long, buddy.
Oh yeah. This dude can take a hit or two. I promise that you will die. All right. Well, speaking of you dying, the guards are up. This one runs out of the room, triggering an opportunity attack if you want to take it.
Yeah, I absolutely want to take it. 17 to hit.
I believe that hits. It does.
If it does, it's 11 damage.
That's exactly how much health these guys have.
Just casually crush his skull as he runs past. And he says, "Hey, back when I said I thought I promised, I did actually promise." So
turns out it was true. Okay, so you just clothesline him right as he's bolting for the door.
Ren says, "Promises made, promises kept."
Oh, that's great. The other guard does the same thing, staying outside of everyone's range.
Yeah, strategically.
As he sprints out the front door of the mansion and out of sight. And then the big dude is up. He smirks, but it's clear that he's very badly wounded and that this is just bravado and that he's about to die. So he's going to keep trying to attack Ren because it's just the person he's already facing.
Miss, idiot.
He missed twice. And he's really sweating now. You're just dancing all around him. And even though you've missed a couple times, he hasn't hit you once. And it's clear that there's a bit of a mismatch in skill here. I feel like his to-hit bonus is way too low. It's only +4.
Yeah, that is a bit odd, huh?
But hey, whatever. This is a theme for my downtimes, that nothing can hit the players. Okay, yeah, so he's really sweating now. But he can at least take solace in the fact that one of his guys has escaped and, will let the rest of the city know that there are demons on the loose. That's sure to happen. Blaze is up.
Blaze says, "I plan on finishing this right now." And attacks.
I intend to do something about this.
This might be all over.
That's a hit.
17 fire damage.
Oh my god. He is on death's door, son.
Attack 2 coming in hot.
Five turns later. Oh, he's almost there.
Nah, now he's actually, well, yeah, because he only had 2 health left. Boom. Oh my god, he goes
23
down.
to hit, 14 damage.
You cut his arm off. It goes flying across the room, splats against the wall, and he just kind of stares at it and then collapses on the ground.
Cassian just shrugs, like, that's what you get for being a racist.
I never said he was racist.
It
One
was
of the other guards was.
The other guard
that ran away.
that made it out of the room.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
guy's
the one that
totally
we got
equal
hunt down
opportunity.
now.
Okay.
Princess
He just
after him.
assumed it was all of them.
Okay. Anything else for Blaze?
Blaze is going to...
Gotta chase that guy down. Come on.
Blaze is going to move to the doorway. Just out of the... into the foyer, out of the great room.
So yeah, he's cleared the big entertaining room. He's cleared the foyer, and he's in the entry. He does not currently see where the other guard got to. Okay, Cassian is up.
Cassian is gonna chase after the guard that's in the doorway that tried to get away.
And you have quite a bit more movement. You can get all the way out the front door from where you're at. Oh my god, and you see that the guard has just made it only 1 square farther than you. He's right there.
Amazing. And so I am going to smash him with my great axe.
Okay. That's a miss.
I'm gonna try again.
That's a hit.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, and he dies.
Yes!
Nice.
Now there's even more dead bodies strewn about this place.
Guys, well done, well done. This is a cool spot, minus the racists. Should we go get that bag?
Yeah, we need to find a bag of holding, some gold, which I think may have actually been in the bag, some potions, and a bow.
Yeah.
We should see what these guys had as well.
For sure. So Cassian's gonna go poke his toe on some people and see if he can figure it out without actually touching them.
Yeah, sure. So the all the guards in the room, everyone that's dead, it doesn't look like they had any interesting stuff on them. They've got pretty standard weapons, nothing magical that you can sense. And they've got a couple coins in their pockets between the now, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or so of them, 7 of them. Between all of them, there's probably 30 gold.
Yeah, may as well.
Dima had given you kind of a brief description of where it was on the first floor, and so after a couple minutes of searching, you're able to find it. One of you pick one. I don't care.
The bag.
Cassian.
Okay, Cassian
Go for
finds it. So add
thrilled.
to your sheet a bag of holding.
Okay.
Inside this bag of holding is 532 gold.
Oh boy.
And then there are 3 potions of greater healing, 3 elixirs of health, and Dima's bow, which is called Heat. And Jack, just for you, it's a short bow.
Yeah, Cassian's gonna pass off the bow itself.
Okay, so I'll take the bow. I'll also give you the 30 gold. May as well just put it in the bag with all the rest of it.
Okay. And now you're standing in the house with all the dead people in it.
So you said it's a short bow?
It's a short bow.
Okay, I can't really do much with that. If it's a long bow, I can use it.
Well, I mean, you're still proficient with short bows.
Sure, but it's not like a Kinsey weapon for me.
Sure. I mean, it's not just a short bow. It's called Heat. It's
Yeah,
better
I know,
than a short bow.
I'm just saying I wish it was a long bow. All right,
Yeah.
I will add heat. Ooh, so it's a short bow, 320 feet on the far end, huh? Does some extra fire damage. Requires no ammunition for use. Causes a bolt of flame to shoot out of the target instead of an arrow. Very cool. Okay, so
You were just grumpy. Come on, man.
It's not a longbow, I cannot use it. Oh.
That's what you sound like.
good.
Yeah, this sounds like something I should be using as a flame guy myself.
Hey, if you want it, there's nothing saying I have to be the one using it.
No, you can have it. You seemed a little unhappy a second ago.
Yeah, it's never enough. It's never enough for this guy.
All right, time to find this professor, guys.
Yeah, we should head
did
over
we-
to the university.
Did we distribute the potions as well, by the way?
So I have them in the bag of holding, but I can hand them over to y'all if you want.
I think we should each have one, probably, just so that we don't have to deal with it in the middle of combat, right?
That's smart. That's smart.
So we had the initial brief, but I don't know if we have any kind of map of the area or any geographical knowledge. Like, do we kind of know where the university is in relation to this manor?
No.
Well, guess we can just pass on out into the city. See if we can just find it. We can ask around. Just need to make sure people don't find out that we're demons. Couldn't be too hard.
Should we put on some guard cloaks?
I don't know if that's a good idea. That might cause more suspicion.
Why don't we stick some of them in our bag, and then if it looks like it's going to be helpful, then we'll put them on. If not,
That's a good call. Actually, we can take stuff for disguising and just not wear it for now. It's a very good idea.
boom.
So it doesn't look like any of them have like cloaks on. They do have like armor that has like a I don't know what you call it, but it's like a piece of cloth that you're putting on over the chain that has a crest emblazoned on it. That indicates that they are members of the city watch or the guard. So you can take those if you want, but looking at it, you're not entirely sure that anyone would believe that you're guards just by putting on that weird shirt thing.
Okay.
Cassian's like, I don't know. I think I probably could pull it off. I'm gonna take one.
Sure, go for it. Yeah, you successfully relieve a guard of one of these things. One of them doesn't look like it has much blood on it, and so you're able to recover it.
Blaze takes one as well and then heads out the front door.
Okay, great.
Yep,
All right.
and Cassie's gonna follow.
You find yourselves, when you step outside, you're on like an estate that's surrounded by a fence that's a couple 100 feet away. So the good news being that it's pretty unlikely that anyone, saw Cassian kill this guard outside the house.
Ooh, that's good. Because Cassian was not paying attention to that.
Yeah.
Now that Cassian's like back outside and not fighting somebody, he's back to like looking around and getting excited.
It is like right after midnight, right?
No, it's the sun looks like it's now starting to rise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, if it was just after midnight, then you might run into the other adventuring party,
Gotcha,
which we can't have. So, no, this is several hours after that fact.
Oh, that's good.
Because it took some time for Dima to like recoalesce and and to talk to you guys and do everything. So during all that time, the rest of Downtime 1 happened, and then you're here hours later.
Gotcha.
Because it would have created a time paradox where none of these bodies were there when the other party came out of the Chaos Realm. So no time paradox is allowed here.
No, not allowed.
Yeah.
Just by standing outside the front door, do we get a good idea of where central town is?
No, I mean you can see the big tree because it's pretty hard to miss. But beyond that, right now you're inside the estate, and just like it was very difficult to see into it from the outside due to the fence and hedges, it's the same thing from the inside. You can't really see outside of it from here, apart from the sky and the tree, and then some of the mountains to your west and east.
Blaze says, I think we need to just head towards that tree, and we'll probably find what we're looking for.
I mean, that seems like pretty straightforward, and I don't see why this would be a problem.
Fantastic. Okay, yeah, you're able to extricate yourselves from this estate pretty easily, and luckily it's still early enough in the morning that by the time you are, exiting, it doesn't seem like there's anybody looking or watching as you do so, and you're able to slip into the city unnoticed. All right. We're on to scene 3. The streets run red with Grove. The streets of Red Grove are coming to life in the early morning. The pathetic mortals of this world move about the city going about whatever seems to make their short lives seem worthwhile. They will never know the joy that comes from serving a great master like Dima, but that's their problem. Do you feel contempt for them, or perhaps pity? We'll never know. Many of the people moving about the roads of the city seem to be moving away from the rising sun and towards the direction of the Great Tree, which, if memory serves, is the oldest part of the city. Flavor text complete.
I feel like the university would be in the old district. It seems like a prestigious place to be. Or I guess, we can also just ask. I'm going to look around to see if there's like maybe like an inn or a shop or something that looks like it would be a place that a visitor or a tourist would go to.
Nothing jumps out to you like that, but there are a couple people on the street. One of them you feel a little bit of kinship with. There's a tiefling on the side of the road who looks like he's doing some sort of like cleaning or something like that.
I'll approach the tiefling. So, hello, fellow tiefling.
You can't say that. That's a lie.
Well, no, I'm just saying he's a fellow. Very literally,
fellow, and then you're identifying him as tiefling.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. I guess that plays. And he looks up to
to dust.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you just disintegrate right in front of him.
Could you imagine that guy's experience as somebody walks up and says, "What's up?" and then just disintegrates?
So you can't disintegrate from a lie because you would be physically unable to tell it. You would disintegrate or die if you failed to like maintain an oath. If you became forsworn, but you can't just say something that's not true.
Well, I think that would be funnier, so I'm going to pretend like that does happen.
All right. So he looks and goes, "Oh, hey, how do you do?"
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. I was wondering if you could guide us to the local university.
Oh, well, I'm a little busy right now, so I can't guide you per se, but I can tell you where it is.
That would be fine. Please just give us the directions.
Yeah, so if you go towards you see the big tree over there,
And he points at the impossible to miss large tree.
We did in fact notice the tree.
Okay, that's good. So that's a good place to start. So there's a big square, like a main square where people like to like give speeches and stuff like that. It's you can't miss it. It's by the big tree. Just a couple blocks from there. It's a bit crowded, but you'll find it. It's two buildings that are like connected on the first floor, or the ground floor rather. That's the university. It's really close to the square. Find the square, you'll find it. No problem.
Oh, thank you. Good sir. You've been very helpful.
Oh, no problem.
I steal
Anything
the
for a
bag of
fellow
gold in
person who
and
is
dump all
definitely
the
a
gold out.
tiefling.
Yep. I nod and say nothing, and then walk away.
He just goes back to his business. He looks like he's got some sort of device that like is just like cleaning the street as he like waves it over it. Some sort of cool magical device.
All right, let's head to the square, boys.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, it's again, if you can manage to locate the tree, then it's not that hard to find your way to it. It seems like a lot of the roads kind of naturally bend towards that direction anyway. As you're getting closer to the square, you can see that there's some people like gathering there for something that, if there are any important events happening today, this is probably where they're going to be at. But you can see that there's many streets kind of going off to the side of it. So, given what the very helpful tiefling street cleaner told you, you have a good feeling that you can probably find this university pretty easily.
I'm soaking in the sights as I go, seeing how these savages live.
Yeah, I mean, you've been to the material plane before. This is definitely one of the nicer, it's not the biggest city you've been to, but it's pretty big, and it's on average nicer than most of the other ones you've been to. You can see there's definitely a lot of wealth here.
Is it very obvious to, like, just looking around at the people that we're seeing? Is it clear that we're going to stick out a lot, or does this look like a pretty diverse cast of people?
It's mostly humans.
Okay, so we're not inconspicuous.
No, you're definitely like noticeably different. Though no one has like, shown any overt disgust towards you or anything, or tried to avoid you, apart from just being polite and not running into you. So, you've seen like maybe apart from that street cleaner, maybe one or two other tieflings.
Okay.
As compared to like hundreds of humans and maybe a couple dozen elves and some halflings.
In order to make myself as non-threatening as possible, I, have all of my weapons as stowed as possible, and then take out my bird pipes and play a little ditty.
Okay, are you proficient with those?
I am.
Okay, then that's fine. That doesn't seem to bother anybody.
So Cassian is sort of like in between Ren and Blaze, that way he can't like get lost, and is looks sort of like a tourist, and is sort of like looking around like, oh my god, look at all these humans. This is crazy, guys.
For someone like you who's never been to a human city before, or even the material plane, like there's a lot of stuff that's very different here. Like there's a sky, for instance. Which is something you're not used to. And then, humans look kind of funky. They all look very squishy and like almost gelatinous, which you find very strange. All the, you've heard of like wood and stuff like that a lot of these buildings are made out of, but it just seems so flimsy compared to the everything being like carved out of the hell rock, which, is much more, impervious to the elements.
Yeah, it seems like everything's sort of like made of paper, and I just want to go like poke at the humans and be like, oh, look at them, so cute.
Right. They look like they'll pop like a water balloon, if you're not gentle enough with them.
You waterhead.
Yeah. And so, yeah, a lot of this is, you're try as you might, you can't help but like gawk at some of these things because it just looks so silly to you. What about Blaze? What is he thinking?
Blaze is looking at all those humans, a little grossed out, but very interested in this tree. It's for not really enjoying this material plane. Very impressed by this tree, and in awe of what it is. So really interested in that.
Yeah, the tree is pretty interesting because from far away, if you've got a pretty good grasp on like what kind of the average realm of a tree might be, you're like, it's probably not that big. Like we're closer to it than we think, but like the more you walk, the bigger it seems to get. You're like, oh, this really is a very big tree. It's tough to tell from the bottom if you're not like a really good judge of height, but it's hundreds of feet tall, and it's like a big oak tree, so it's very, like, the canopy extends very widely to cover, like, a large portion of the city in this area. Like, it really is the most ginormous tree ever.
Nice.
Okay, so are you guys dodging the crowd and just trying to find the university?
Yeah, we only have, another day and a half to do this.
That's true, yeah. Time's ticking.
Yeah, I'm about to die. Okay. All right, well, that completes that scene then. Yeah, you're pretty easily able to find the building that matches the description. So we're going to scene 4, peer review. After some brief wandering about the city, covered by the great tree's shadow, you find the university. It appears to be 2 multi-story buildings connected to each other on le rez-de-chaussée. You see several young magicians, books spilling out of their hands in packs, rushing into the building, no doubt late for class. A walk around the building reveals only one entrance at the front, which is probably against any fire codes the city might have for public buildings. Otherwise, it seems to be a fine, distinguished building, certainly having the gravitas of a true establishment of higher learning.
I'm just realizing that, I don't know if we got this professor's name, maybe I just missed it.
We totally did, yeah.
It's
right,
Ceres.
You put it in the notes, yep, okay. So I guess we
put it in
just
the notes,
accost.
what are you talking about?
In the chat here, somebody put in Ceres.
Oh my god, you guys are working together?
Yeah, look at that.
Impressive.
Is this university stone, wood, like a stucco type of... How's that construction look?
It looks like it's
brutalist.
Yeah, it's like a Soviet era, just big block building.
It looks a little bit more sturdy than all the wood.
Yeah. No, it's more stone than anything else.
Okay.
So Cassian's gonna kind of like lean over and be like, do you think that they have to study all that magic so they don't just like pop whenever a sword just like pokes them?
That's gotta be it, yeah. All right, Ren's gonna approach one of the students and say, oh, excuse me, my good man, we're looking for a Professor Ceres.
Well, you should probably go inside then. I'm running late, okay? And he just runs off.
All right, well, fine.
Flimsy and stupid. What a shame.
All right, so I guess we'll just head into the building.
Yeah, well, he knows where Ceres is and you don't, so who's really the stupid one? Okay. Inside the main entrance of the university, you see a bored-looking teenager sitting behind a desk, face barely visible behind the pages of a book. He's probably the welcome committee, but does not seem entirely interested in welcoming anyone at the moment. Apart from that, the entrance looks clean and well-organized, if a bit cramped.
All right, I approach the desk, blasting on my bird pipes.
Oh my god, can you keep it down, please?
Tell you
People
what,
are trying to study here.
I'll stop if you can answer. If you can answer me these questions 3. Professor Ceres. We're looking for him.
That's not a question.
Well, here's the question. Where is he?
He's probably around here somewhere. Why? Who wants to know?
Me.
Okay, and who are you?
I'm a friend of an associate of his. We're doing some investigation and need his help.
That's a heck of a name.
His name's Ren, and I'm Blaze.
Ren. Okay, Blaze. He's like writing it down on some log of like visitors or something.
Ren is just staring daggers at this guy.
Cassian just like leans over, is like, "Hey, I'm Cassian."
All right, Cassian. Okay, great. So sorry,
Do
you're
you cop?
you're some friend of somebody who. Sure, whatever. Okay, that's fine. All right, yeah. Just you see the staircase right behind me, and it kind of waves his hand behind him. There's a staircase there. Yeah, just just go up the stairs, take a right, take a left, then another left, then there's gonna be a door on the right, go in there, go down the hall, take a left, then it's the last door on the left. Got it? Okay, thanks. And then he just goes and keeps reading his book.
Okay. Ren
Thank you, sir.
scoffs and walks away.
As does Blaze.
Guess we'll head up the stairs.
Yeah, and Cassian is sort of frantically like trying to figure out if he could like maybe write that on his hand.
Oh my god.
Oh
So
god.
confusing. Okay, so yeah, you go up the stairs. When you do, you find yourself. You're in a hallway that goes to the right, and then to your left, there's like, it looks like just a common area. There's some bookshelves there and a rug in the middle.
Cassie's gonna go and pick up one of the books, just kind of like see what it's all about while they're walking through.
The book you pick up, it's on a subject you're not super familiar with. It looks like it's like a study of different like cooking styles throughout the country over the last 100 or so years.
Oh, this looks cool. Are
there any recipes in there?
Do you think we could just take these? Is that how this works here?
I mean, there's no one around that would probably notice whether you've taken it.
Yeah, like Cassian just sort of like doesn't even necessarily think to like look around it, just like, oh, these must be free, and like puts it in his bag.
Yeah, and it is not a cookbook. Like, if you leaf through it, there's no recipes. It's more like a study on like the techniques and their history and what came in and out of favor and for what reason.
Maybe it'll tell us why they look like squishy balloons.
It's not about like humanoids. It's about what they eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely probably gonna give you some good conclusive evidence on that. Okay, you've now acquired a book about cooking. What else?
Awesome. I don't think I see a professor in here. It's probably not in here. Probably just need to keep going.
This is the library?
No, this is just a room with some bookshelves in it. It's not very big, maybe like 15 by 20.
I want to look.
Not even.
Look for a book for the history of Red Grove.
Looking around here, you don't see one.
Okay.
There's a lot of books about a lot of things, but nothing jumps out to you like that. It takes you like 5 minutes to do that, by the way. There's a lot of books.
Okay. Yeah.
Another student kind of like comes rushing through back over to the stairs and bumps into you. Goes, excuse me, sorry.
Hey.
What?
Stop right there.
I stopped what? Just stop what?
Keep stopping
I
while
stopped.
I ask you this question.
Uh-huh.
Where is Professor?
Listen, I really gotta go. Could you hurry this up?
I'm looking for a professor. And then I nudge.
Yeah, there's lots of them around. What?
Yeah, I nudge Ren. Said, yeah.
Yeah, Professor Saris.
Saris.
Oh, yeah, just, you see over there, and he points back towards the hallway. He says, just take a left and a left, and there's a door on the right, go down the hall, take a left, last door on the left, and then he runs down the stairs.
Okay. While
Left,
that's still
right,
in our
left.
memory,
Got
we
it.
go.
Okay. So you're able to, once you go down that hallway, it's pretty, like, there's not that many ways to go, and you're able to find it. So yeah, so you find Saris's office, and in fact, it's even got a little plaque on the door that indicates that it is exactly that.
Guys, I think
Alright,
we found
I'm-
Saris's office.
I knock on the door.
Okay, and you hear like a kind of a grunt, and then you hear, come in.
I open the door and say, "Greetings, Professor."
The cramped office of Saris is comparatively large for what you've seen of the building so far, but he ensures that the space is all the more uninviting due to the teetering stacks of books, boxes, and doodads, or as Jack likes to call them, doodahs. Behind a desk, in the middle of the clutter, sits a man clad in grand robes whose eyes flip back and forth between a map of the city and a few large, dusty tomes. And he like distractedly looks up at you and says, what do you want?
Hello. We are servants of Dima. She mentioned that you are familiar with her.
Yeah, I know Dima. What's going on?
We're helping her investigate some rumors that she heard of concerning the ancient battle with the demon.
Yeah, she was actually supposed to meet me, today about that. Is she coming?
She is not. She's currently indisposed. We're here in her stead.
Indisposed? What does that mean? Where's she at?
She's taking care of some domestic issues.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not trying to pry, but I mean, I thought what we were doing here was pretty important. I can't imagine what those domestic issues might be.
There's been,
her dad
unfortunately,
died.
a death in the family.
Oh my God, her dad died?
Yeah, it was really tragic and really sad.
Well, I mean, that's more than just sad. It's problematic. He was supposed to be inaugurated as a councilman today.
Is that true? We weren't aware of that.
Cassian looks around. He's like, I don't know what to do.
Well, is that going to hinder our demon investigation?
Well, I mean, the fact that she's not here, yes, because this was all her idea.
Don't worry, we can take care of this.
Someone give me a persuade.
That's going to be someone other than me.
I'll do it. Yeah, baby.
Oh.
No, the guy with -1. You guys all have bad charisma.
Yeah, I also have -1.
Okay, Cassian's the only one with a positive modifier. And he looks like he's kind of going back and forth. Like, the information about Lord Damien being dead is like, it seems like it's really troubling him. And he says, so wait, let me get this straight. So you're telling me that you are, and he kind of raises his eyebrows and says, like, servants of Dima, but you didn't know that her father was about to be inaugurated as councilman.
Well, we don't serve her father, we serve her.
I don't really follow
She lives with-
politics, so I don't really pay that much attention.
All right.
She doesn't talk to us about personal matters. It's just a working relationship between us, and we serve her and do whatever she needs. This is one of those things that she needs us to do.
He just sighs and says, all right, fine, whatever. And he's like kind of racking his brain, just says, all right, whatever. Like, let's just get down to business. Okay. So, what has she told you?
We're looking for an artifact.
Yeah, we're looking for anything that remains from the battle.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we are on the same page here. That's fine. Although I do wish she was here, but whatever.
She does
Okay.
as well.
Well, that's kind. Okay, so, and he kind of motions for you to come and join him around his table, which is almost impossible because of all, like, just the stacks of nonsense in the office. But he kind of, tells you just to push it over and you make space. So he's pointing at the map of Redgrove that he's got in front of him. And he says, all right, well, I don't know how familiar you are with this, but when the giants still kind of roamed the earth and owned a lot of this space, they had built a lot of cities and passages and all sorts of things that a lot of our modern cities now find themselves atop of. Does it sound familiar to anybody?
Negative. No, giants?
Yeah, giants, like real big. The big.
That's so cool.
He just like shakes his head and he's like, man, this is not like the caliber of people I'm used to working with.
Blaze says, I'm new to Redgrove, but I follow what you're saying.
Okay, well anyway, most we don't really use those for much. Some of them act as like a sewer system, but by and large, we stay out of them. Well, got me thinking as I was looking through some of these really old maps that some of these tunnel systems like are not very well explored or have been basically totally forgotten. Well, recently, like a couple days ago, out at the Arvine silver mine, they like accidentally broke into like a sort of forgotten tunnel system. I started looking at my maps when I heard about it, and I realized that this is one that we didn't have mapped, or it didn't exist on most of the maps that I have. Went back and found some even older maps, found it, and I found that it's got now 2 entrances. One is over at this quarry, and then the other one is over at this abandoned it's like a fort or something, or like an old watchtower or something like that. So I'm thinking that there's a good chance that, given that, by and large, this city has been very well explored, this is the best bet for finding anything new. Because when the city was early in its founding, people tended to use those tunnels more for storage, or they were exploring them more, and people forgot about them by and large. But I'm becoming more and more confident that this is the way to go to find anything that remains of the ancient history of Redgrove.
Okay, so it's not that you have any particular indication that something's there. It's just that this is a place that nobody's looked yet.
This is the place that nobody's looked.
All right, hey, we'll give it a shot. Okay, where's this fort at? This other entrance.
This fort, which again is long abandoned. The old maps call it Eastmore. It's on the east side of town, if you can believe it.
Yeah.
Well, beyond the east side of town. And then the quarry, which again is the other place that looks like it connects to the same system, is also on the east side of town, but a little south of that.
Who did you say broke into this cavern?
Miners. Silver.
Miners at the quarry? Okay.
Yeah.
What do they mine for?
Silver.
Stone? Silver? Okay.
Is Eastmore accessible? Like, is that a place we can just get into? Or...
Well, I mean, it's not manned, so it's not like anyone's gonna stop us from going there, but it is in the wilderness, so there's no telling, what's made that place its home since, it's no doubt fallen into decay and, not kept up with.
Are these miners
That'll be fine.
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, there might be dwarves working with them, but it's the Arvine mining company.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I would say let's go for the Eastmore path. Why not?
It's in the wilderness, which sounds so exciting.
Yeah.
It's not the word I'd use for it, but sure.
Yeah. I don't think it's exciting because it's just wilderness and I've been there before.
Yeah, but this will be less trafficked since we're not going through an active mine.
Sure. Well, it's not an active mine anymore. I think the church shut it down.
Okay.
All right, and he starts gathering up his things. He's like, "Let's go."
Oh, so you're coming with us? Gotcha.
Well, of course I am. This is I'm the one who's discovering this.
Well, so I feel like I should ask, what is your combat capacity?
Oh, well, I know my way around a spell or two.
Okay.
And you can tell by his robes that, he's a man who, he knows what he's doing.
Okay, but does he know what he's doing in the heat of combat, or does he know what he's doing in the classroom?
Why don't you give me some insight?
Ooh, insight, you say? Excellent.
Yeah. This
That's a
dude...
3.
That's a nat 1.
Is, if he's not the most powerful mage in the city, then, this is the world's most dangerous city.
Okay. Gotcha.
You're extremely confident in his combat abilities.
Okay, new frontliner
and his educational
unlocked.
ones. You are envious of his students.
Okay. All right. Sounds like you know what you're up to.
And he kind of hitches his britches and says got that right.
All right. Well, let's get going. You have everything you need here. We can just go.
Yep.
All right. Let's make it happen.
And he
to the
swaggers
mines.
out the door.
Or do we? So what do we think? Mines or Eastmore?
Eastmore.
Eastmore.
All right. Let's do Eastmore.
Perfect. Let's go. All right. And he leads you out the serpentine path that takes you out of the university and starts heading east, away from the tree. Okay. We're transitioning now to scene 5B, Eastmore of the same. Scene description. In a long-forgotten area east of Redgrove sits the ruins of a once proud keep, which sits atop cliffs cut by 2 intersecting rivers. Even from a distance, you can hear the scratching of claws and the flapping of wings, the sounds of creatures who have made these ruins into their home. I skipped the trip there because it's not interesting.
Fair enough.
You've approached it from the south end, and there's all these dilapidated, crumbling bridges, if not entirely already crumbled, that span over these thin but deep rivers that have cut, these cliffs into the stone around them. Journey was pretty uneventful, but now that you're here, again, the sounds of the wilderness surround you, and it's clear that this place has been abandoned by mankind, but they have been replaced by the monsters that now, live in the wilderness. So, Saris, having brought you here, he's a little winded. He doesn't walk as much as he used to. He says, "All right, well, we're here. So we need to just be on the lookout for any entrances into any caves or anything like that. I don't know precisely where in this place the entrances, but can't imagine it's too hard to That's fine. He like bends over and he's like clutching his knees.
Well, I guess that's the only way to start is by starting. So,
Wow.
Cassian sort of like walks up and like just barely kind of taps the professor, like they're there. He doesn't want to like pop him, but he wants to comfort him because he looks like he's in pain.
Just let me catch my breath.
Blaze walks about 30 feet north to the edge of the water.
just to kind of get a look.
Yeah.
So yeah, you walk closer to the edge. You can see across the water, and the way the lighting works, like there's like little trees that completely obscure your vision. But across the way, you can see a harpy, like kind of flapping its wings and like flying back and forth and looking around. It doesn't seem like it's seen you yet.
Yeah. I shout back to.
You
Ren.
shout back. Hey guys.
Yeah, but it's a very directional shout, so I shout
course.
back to the rest of the party. Harpies.
Oh my god, that's harpies.
Okay, so Rin, the moment he hears that there's enemies on the other side, starts, looks like there's a path to the west that circles up north. He just starts going for it.
There's a semicircular or a quarter circle path that leads across one of the river cuts to part of the keep that was on the west side of this little river exchange.
Yep.
Okay, so you're trying to use all of your movement. You using your action as well?
Sure. Yeah, I'm doing a full dash.
Yeah. So, and you can see this place is crumbling. Like you're pretty confident this bridge is going to support your weight, but another couple decades and this thing is going to be history. So you better move quickly. So you can get basically all the way to the other side of the bridge, and you're definitely hearing those flapping wings, and you're getting the impression that they might have detected you at this point.
Okay. And just to note, since it looks like we're going to be entering combat, I have my staff out for now.
Got it. Okay, what's Cassian doing?
So Cassian, sees Ren just like bolt, and is like, oh my god, and like chases after him, and sort of like kind of like looks back at the professor, be like, hope you get better, bye, and then chases after to watch out for his friend.
So, and you're able to not only catch up but overtake because your character's much faster.
I got you, Ren.
And you again see a harpy or two. One across the way. You see one in like the crumbled ruins of the building that you're facing.
Okay.
And at this point, as people are running around, the harpies have definitely seen you. So we're just gonna go right into initiative. And what we're gonna do this time, at the suggestion of one Jack, is I'm going to have the initiative. And I'm just going to tell you who's next. And then the initiative order is going to change every round. We're going to try that and see if that's fun. So you're not going to know where you fall in the turn order until I tell you. And we'll see if that's any fun. If it's not, then we won't do it again.
Awesome.
Blaze is up first.
Blaze is going to move, following in the footsteps of his companions about 30 feet. Max movement, however far that is, to the west along this curved quarter circle bridge over the water.
Yeah, you're standing next to like a bridge that has completely crumbled and would have connected you to one of the other it's not quite an island, but one of these like chasms. The bridge no longer spans, so sort of the only obviously safe, or the safest option to ford this thing at this height is to go across the crumbling bridge. So you start running after them.
Now I'm gonna coat my dagger in poison, and bonus action, draw my longsword and shout, "Inferno!" and let this thing erupt into flames.
So for your dagger, you can only use that ability once per day, and you've already used it today.
Ooh.
The dagger
That's a
can't be
bummer.
used this way again until the next dawn.
Correct.
Yeah.
But that means...
Well, I
that means
used
you
it at
can't-
night, and then we walked out of the house, and then it was dawn. Is that...
You know what? I'll count that. That's fine.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, now you've got your poison dagger
Was
and
the
your
word
flaming
Inferno
sword.
last time?
I think it
I think
was.
so.
I think it was Inferno.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was.
Yeah.
No, I like the idea of it being a different one every time. It's like,
Yeah.
ooh,
It doesn't really matter
picante.
what the word is. It's just that your belief that it will
Yes,
work.
the thought that counts. Fuego.
Yeah. Okay. Cassian is up.
Okay. And so, how far away is the first bad guy that I can see?
If you run, kind of dodging through the pillars of this crumbled place, you'll be able to just get to the harpy. There's one that's kind of standing on the top of a cliff that overlooks one of the rivers, and you can see a clear path to it.
I'm gonna sprint up to that harpy with my great axe in my hand.
So you have to parkour a little bit, but it's everything's so crumbled that it's not that hard to do, and you're able to reach it, no problem.
And I'm gonna take a swipe at it.
Go for it.
Oh no.
You miss. Which is pretty impressive. Okay, that hits.
The first one was one of those, like, swinging as I'm still running, and so I kind of, like, But the second one, I got my footing back, so I'm good.
Yeah, slashing 7 damage. Impressive. If only you had raged beforehand, it might have been more.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that. But it was like,
it's just honestly, most barbarians never rage. It's not a big deal.
See, I can't tell if you're, like, lying to me.
I am lying.
Definitely a lie, yeah.
Yeah, that's, like, the only thing you do.
Yeah. Well, so Cassian is gonna be like, oh, I really should have been in a rage, and then get really upset at himself for not being in a rage, and then goes into a rage.
Stupid.
Idiot.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
you know it's true because you can say it.
That's right.
Saris is up, and he's like, what's going on over there? And he starts like kind of stumbling over to where Blaze is, and he sees like the flaming sword, and his eyes widen a bit. He's like, oh, okay, I guess it's getting serious. And he's kind of stumbling, but he doesn't go that far. Ren is up.
All right, Ren is going to go up the path, and I'm going to spend a key point here to use Step of the Wind, which allows me to take my dash action as a bonus action. And that should allow me to get up to the harpy that Jesse's already fighting.
It sure does. So yeah, you're like, Cassian kind of had a brute force method of parkouring over this stuff, where yours is a lot more like, elegant and filmable.
And the way I land here, it looks like I'm directly behind the harpy, so we get to...
That's correct.
Fun with flanking, as always. Now, I have used my bonus action here, so I'm not going to be able to use... additional bonus actions.
That's correct.
But I will give him a little whack with the quarterstaff.
Oh, that'll hit. Are all harpies female? Is that a she? Are there male harpies?
So. I think harpy by definition is female.
Okay. All right. Well, then you hit her for sure.
For my
she shrieks.
Second attack, I will use my unarmed strike.
Oh, actually, no, that does hit.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
AC 11.
6 damage.
Not much. She
It's
lived.
good enough for me to get +2 AC.
That's true. Do you even have to hit?
I think so. If you make an unarmed strike.
If you make it, yeah. But making an unarmed strike I don't think
so
means you have to hit with it, or else it would say that.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Yeah, the harpy like shrieks and screams at the two of you as you batter it about. Well, the harpies are up. The harpy turns towards. Well, no, it had its attention focused on Cassian, and that's exactly who it's going to start its onslaught against.
It's fair.
It's going to do a multi-attack, one attack with its claws and one with its club. 13 and 15, which I believe both miss.
Yes.
But, much to your chagrin, another harpy flies from across the river gap easily, and almost, laughing at you for your inability to do the same. And starts attacking Cassian as well. Now you're surrounded, which doesn't seem to do anything because it can't hit you either.
Cassian just kind of like laughs, and it's like these things are just so like pokeable.
They're so cute. Another one flies in from the north, from behind a wall that you couldn't see through, and starts attacking Ren. I'm sure this will hit. It doesn't.
Not even close.
Oh my god! Another one flies in. Surrounding Ren and attacking him further.
LOL.
And fails to hit. Oh my god, none of them connected at all. This sucks. Alright, well, that's the harpy turn. It's like Fire Emblem, they're all just like suiciding against you, and it's not effective. But up next is the harpy matriarch. It's like a big harpy. She flies in from, it looks like, on the other side of this river, the one that connected to the broken bridge from the area you were before. You see a big, like, twice as tall harpy flying around there, and she's really scary.
Is she cute though?
Yeah, I mean...
No, not really.
Okay.
Sirens are cute. Harpies aren't cute.
Okay.
Okay.
Ren says, harpies. You're better off without them.
Harpies. Go ahead. I need Rin and Cassian to give me wisdom saving throws.
Oh, shoot.
My.
She's using her Visage of Desire ability.
Oh, baby.
So maybe she is
Oh
cute.
my god. Yeah, maybe she's really cute.
And it's DC 14, yes. The matriarch projects a vision into the minds of creatures within 30 feet of it that aren't constructs or undead, and you're neither, showing each creature achieving whatever it most desires. An affected creature must, you already failed on the saving throw, drop whatever it is holding and become paralyzed until the end of its next turn.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
So go ahead and throw those weapons in the river. Because right now you're daydreaming about probably like a date night with Dima or something like that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, things might have turned around for the Harpies, although they're still going to do like no damage even if they do hit you. So, all right, next round of initiative. We'll see who's up first. It's the Harpy Matriarch.
Yes.
She flies over the head of Ren and starts swiping at it with her disgusting, ginormous claws.
And paralyzed means that, is it a guaranteed hit or is it advantage to hit?
That's a good question. I can't remember.
I think it's a guaranteed hit, right?
Let me see.
5e, paralyzed.
Let's look at the conditions.
Incapacitated, automatically fails saving throws, strength and dexterity.
Attack rolls have advantage.
Okay, which she already would have had, so. All right.
And any attack that hits a creature is an auto crit.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yes.
Oh.
It's
Gotcha. I
doing
knew
two
there was more
attacks
to it
against
than
you.
just that. Neither
And
of
they
them
both miss.
Get wrecked.
Come on. That's
AC
okay.
22, baby.
Yeah. Bummer. Okay. Which? Oh no. But oh no, you're not incapacitated. Oh no, paralyzed creature is incapacitated, so you don't have agile parry, but your AC is still 20.
I don't have. What do you mean I don't have agile parry?
Agile parry doesn't work if you're incapacitated.
Oh, okay.
While your weapon is in your hand, you aren't incapacitated.
Gotcha. Cool. AC's
But-
20 still, baby.
Doesn't matter. So, all right, Blaze is up.
Blaze is gonna go finish transiting this bridge to about there, so he can get a view on what's going on. Since he's so far behind,
It's tough to
And
see
then-
through all the ruins, but you can tell that there's a lot of harpies surrounding your two fellow Hell Knights.
yeah. So I am going to move. Blaze is going to dash as close as he can get to the action.
Yeah,
is
which
about
unfortunately,
3/4.
yeah, is not close enough to actually, hit anybody or affect them, but you're definitely closing that gap. Okay, anything else for you?
That concludes Blaze's turn.
The harpies are up. They're gonna kill you. Please let me hit at least once.
Yeah, so far none of us have taken damage.
Okay, so I'm just going north to south here. So the first two are going to attack Ren,
Miss.
and then the next two are going to attack Cassian. So first one, so I'm just gonna roll all of these in a row.
Oh, hey.
Okay, so this one hits. So the first one hits, and it automatically does. Oh no, sorry, it didn't. So it's 2d4 plus 1, so that's 13 damage. 13
Okay.
slashing damage. One of them finally connects with its claws.
Ouch.
All right. That's on me, correct?
That's on you, yeah.
Okay.
And then, but that's the only thing that hits you. For Cassian, so you're just getting swarmed, and you're like trying to break free of this illusion. Or, well, you're not, because it's a date with Dima, so you're on cloud 9 right now. You don't even know you're getting attacked.
Yeah, this is the best.
Like, finally.
I didn't even know you knew me.
For Cassian, I think you also only get hit once. So, and you take 5.
All right.
5 bludgeoning damage. But since you're raging, I think it's only 2.
Dang it! I shouldn't have picked such weak enemies. You guys have really high ACs. I didn't expect this. Okay, well, that's it for the Harpies. Rin is up, and I think it said that you are paralyzed until the end of your next turn. So you get 6 more seconds to experience your daydream of a date with Dima. So why don't you describe that for me?
Safe for work.
This is me describing it, or
Yeah, it's Rin, so that's you.
So my ideal date with Dima. It's a nice candlelit dinner. We talk a lot about structural issues in the society that she's trying to build and ways that we can
Even
solve
in your
it.
daydream, she seems disinterested.
Mm-hmm, yeah, she spends a lot of time looking at her phone. And I have to kind of compete for her attention, which is a little
and she's going like,
frustrating.
yeah.
She keeps trying to stand up, and then I like, but wait, I have more to say. But at the end of it, she agrees with everything and says that I've been very helpful and that she is gonna, she's gonna really look into implementing all the changes that I've recommended. Just wait for it. It'll happen at some point. Don't worry about it. She's got it covered. And then she leaves.
Unfortunately, your daydream actually ends before you hear any of that. So you're left to wonder.
That is too bad.
And then you realize you're getting attacked by harpies instead. Okay. And up next is Cassian. Same thing.
Okay. So, let's see. So, in Cassian's daydream, on his date with Dima, they are jumping on like a demon version of a bouncy castle and just having a great time.
Now, that is something Dima would probably enjoy.
That sounds like a fantastic date, actually.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I'm awesome. Cassian knows what's up.
And it looks like her clothes are about to bounce off, but then you wake up.
No!
And realize you're getting attacked by harpies. And like you've seen Dima naked before, like in like the locker room, but it was too like it's like cold, it's business-like. She's just changing into armor or something like that. It's not the same as on a date.
That's right, yeah. So close.
Maybe it's something you should talk to her about when you get back. We'll see. Okay.
I'm definitely gonna recommend bouncy castles.
Yeah. So Saris seems like he's getting his breath back, and he's kind of traversing this, rickety stone bridge, and he's like, what's going on over there? He makes it to about up here. Starts catching a glimpse of some of these harpies and goes, oh, gross. Up next is the Harpy Matriarch. This turn order is very similar to the last one. It's going to continue to attack Rin. And maybe even hit it this time. We'll see.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, you're dead now, son. Was that a critical? No, it wasn't. Okay. So, actually hits you twice. That's a total of 29 slashing damage. So, just as you're waking up and you're like, well, hang on. This was, I don't like this anymore. Can I have that back, please? These huge claws rake across your arm and like tear out like a decent chunk of your tricep. It hurts badly. The other harpies continue to swarm around you, and they're up next. Miss, hit. So you take another 7 slashing damage and 2 bludgeoning damage as the other harpies get in on the action. That's for Rin. For Cassian, you take 2 bludgeoning damage, which is only 1 for you. So Rin's getting pretty messed up by these harpies at this point.
Yep, Rin has 2 hit points.
Oh, no.
Something tells me that this fight's about to turn around pretty hard, though, since it's now Rin's turn.
Yep, so Rin is going to just like hook his foot under his staff and kind of kick it back up into his hands and take the offensive here. So I will attack the one between the only one that I'm flanking at the moment, I guess. Take advantage of that advantage.
Genius.
So, it's 28
Yeah,
to hit.
those are both hit.
I only meant to roll once. I don't know why I did twice. Okay, so I guess that first one's roll damages. 14 damage.
Well, 14 is enough, and it screams and dies. And it flops. Flop, splash into the river below.
Excellent. I will turn and hit the harpy to my side. Not the harpy queen, the one that's just kind of, or harpy matriarch rather, the one that's sort of hovering over the ledge.
Okay.
With a second quarterstaff attack.
That'll hit.
10 damage.
Oh, yeah. It's hurt.
Okay. And then I will use my bonus action to probably flurry of blows.
Yeah.
Key point spent. So that means I get to use 2 unarmed strikes.
That's right.
So here's unarmed strike number 1. Don't have advantage anymore on this guy, unfortunately.
That'll hit.
27. 8 damage.
All right.
And then another one.
Another one.
24.
That'll hit.
11 damage.
Oh my god, it's alive.
Really?
Oh my god.
Jesus. Okay.
But it definitely looks displeased.
That's good. I'm glad. All right.
You know, some creatures are into this.
Mm-hmm.
This one isn't. All right, Blaze.
Blaze is going to move, to the north about 15 feet to there. Okay, now Blaze can finally see something that's going on.
He says, "Oh my god, that harpy is huge."
Yeah,
As he
I
sort of
had no
rounds the
idea
corner
that
of-
was there until
Yeah,
just now.
part of the ruins that were
And
obscuring his
then-
view.
But I'm going to move opposite of Ren, so I'm going to be on the opposite side of this matriarch to the east.
The
sorry,
big
to the
heckin'
west.
chonkerino of the big, big harpy.
Another sandwich. This one's
Got a lot more stuffing.
For sure.
And then I'm going to attack, as you'd expect.
Oh, that is.
23 to hit, and then that's 16 damage.
Oh my god. She dies instantly.
Oh,
Just kidding.
yeah.
Just kidding, of course.
That's okay, because I'm going in for my second attack.
That hits.
17 with coming in hot with the flaming sword for 17 damage.
Oh my
9
God.
of which is fire.
Yeah. Oh my god, she's hurting.
Hurting.
Or she is damaged. You have hurt her.
Good thing. And so these are 2 big attacks with the flaming sword in the right hand.
Uh-huh.
And then Blaze comes in very, very smoothly and goes for a dagger stab
Nice.
for my bonus action.
For the poison
Oh, yeah,
damage.
26 to hit.
Massive. You know, I'm not seeing very many criticals this time. Last time it was like every attack was either a critical or a critical fail. I missed that already.
Yes, I miss not having all these crits.
Okay, so she's gonna
that's-
make a DC 15 Constitution save, or she's
Yes.
gonna make one. Hopefully she gets it. Let's
Hopefully
see.
not.
14. Ooh, just missed.
Just 19 damage.
19 damage. My God.
Blaze runs in. He's only been hearing his companions being scratched in the face, relentlessly. Comes in and does these humongous strikes on the matriarch for about 40 damage, and he feels pretty good about it.
Yeah. What does he feel like? Any sympathy for Rin, who looks like he's about to die?
Well, that definitely fueled a lot of
His precision hits against this matriarch, because this is a do or die, but the die only applied to Ren. Blaze was gonna be fine. But
You do hear in, like, as you can see on the other side, he's just punching this other harpy over the river. He's like, I'm doing it for you, babe. It's all for you.
Yeah. That daydream it might not ever leave his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Saris is up. He kind of rounds the bend, and he's kind of way to the south of you guys, but he sees what's going on, and he's like, it's time. Let me see what spells he actually has. He throws a fireball and kills you all.
Whoops.
Now he's gonna throw a magic missile at the harpy that is. You know what? He can quickly assess what's going on and sees that Rin probably needs a little more help than everybody else does at the moment. So he's going to target the one that Rin was just punching over the side of a cliff with a magic missile. And he's gonna hit it with 3 glowing darts of magical force.
Wow. What an amazing roll. Look at this.
Wow, he did 15 damage.
He did max damage.
Max damage. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good at what he does.
The odds of that happening are 1 in, what, 64?
Yeah. Yes, 1 to 64. Impossible, and yet it happened. The harpy dies and just gets shot into this waterfall, never to be seen again, ever. And he's like kind of dusts off his shoulder. He's pretty happy with how that went. Cassian is up.
Can I basically like
No.
grab Ren and sort of like push him out of the way and go stand where he is?
Do not move me. I will prompt multiple opportunity attacks.
Shit.
Incorrect. You only incur opportunity attacks if you move on your turn.
Oh, okay.
Oh, then
I should be fine.
Then I
I should be
want
fine.
to push him out of the way, and so that I can get where he is and away from. I want him away from the other harpies.
Okay, also you can do that, but that will be your action to trade places with him.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll
Okay.
be fine. Don't worry about
So
me.
You run away from... Oh, do you want to resist it?
No, I mean, if she's doing it, she's doing it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to like push you out of the way.
Yeah.
I
You do
got you,
incur
man.
an opportunity attack when that happens.
That's fine. It's worth it.
7 slashing damage, which for you is 3.
Got it. Okay. And so then I have
But
one more attack.
You like leapfrog him? No, so that was
Oh,
your action.
action,
So
perfect.
if you take the attack action, you can attack twice, but you took your action to move him, so you have no attacks.
Got it. Yep. So the bonus action, while I'm raging, there's the storm aura, and I pick one person within 10 feet of me to do a dex saving throw, and if they miss, then they take some lightning damage.
Kill that matriarch.
That's cool.
Yeah.
She probably made it.
How's a 25 sound?
That's fine. Well, it'll be half of that.
Oh my god, 2 damage?
By lightning.
Just enough to push her over the edge.
Yeah. She fries like a chicken right in front of you. Okay.
Wow.
Anything
Awesome.
else?
No.
Okay. Next initiative order. Rin is up.
Yes. Okay, Rin kind of stumbles a bit.
Rin
after
takes
getting
all the
yanked
potions
out
from
of
the whole
his-
party and drinks all of them.
Nah. Fuck that. Immediately whirls around and looks at the harpy matriarch and says, "You're done, bitch." Takes a swing with the quarterstaff. I don't believe I should have advantage at this point.
Yeah, you do.
Gotcha. Well, that's a 25 to hit then.
That'll hit.
For 10 damage.
Okay.
Another one.
That will also hit.
14 damage.
Oh my god.
Still no?
She lives.
Oh my god. All right. Unarmed. I'm going to flurry of blows again.
Do it.
Okay, let me log my key point use.
What's going through your head as you desperately fling these blows?
Just please.
There's
11 damage.
that's enough.
All right.
So describe this last
So Rin
last
gets pulled
stand
out of the
of
way, turns around, and with the momentum of that, just swings, and he's trying to beat the wings of this thing to get it on the ground. Gets one real good, swings with his staff again, and kind of smacks her in the head, and then notices that she's still not down, and it's like, fuck, and then jumps up in the air and like roundhouse kicks her in the gut, and that gets her.
You shouldn't jump when he roundhouses.
No, it's really cool though.
You lose power doing that.
Not when you're in.
How about that? Yeah. Oh, it's enough. That last kick snaps her neck.
Okay. And then he lands and says, "I still got one more attack," and runs towards the harpy behind him to do his second of his Fury of Blows attacks. So he just lands and immediately spins and charges at this guy to punch him in the face.
That'll hit.
9 damage.
Oh my god.
Just schwack.
Yeah, this harpy is like, in a sort of a blur of motion, the the thing that it was attacking just gets replaced by this blue monster that just like does this big axe kick down on one of its wings and snaps a couple fingers. Terrifying. Blazes up.
Yeah, Blaze. Can Blaze move over this wall area?
Yeah, it's not that high, and there's holes in it, so you can move over it or through it. Probably not that. We'll call that one square difficult terrain.
Okay, so Blaze is going to leap over this, small amount of rubble, to the northeast, just about 10 feet, so that Blaze is surrounding on the opposite side of Harpy from Cassian.
Yeah, you've got it caught in the pincers here.
Yeah, Blaze is all about making pincer moves / sandwiches.
Yeah, sure.
Going to go in for a flaming sword attack
That'll hit.
with some big damage coming in. 14 damage.
Oh my god.
And then, if that doesn't do it,
It won't.
another big attack.
That'll hit.
12 damage.
Oh my god. Every time you hit it with your flaming sword, when you hit it in the wing, like it smells like cooked chicken and your mouth waters a little bit. It's a rare, it's a human world delicacy that you've only experienced a couple times, but it's tasty.
Harpy wings?
No, chicken.
Roasted. Oh, yeah.
But this smell is reminiscent of it.
And if this harpy is still standing,
It stands still.
Blaze is gonna try and get a little dagger in the ribs from behind.
Nice. Honorable.
Yeah.
Oh, that hits.
15 damage. Or, sorry, 8 damage with Constitution saving throw required.
Ooh, that's a pass.
Yep.
So it takes 11 damage. And it,
that
it lives.
That concludes Blaze's turn of absolutely blasting this harpy.
It has 1 hit point left. If it hadn't passed the save, it would have died, so. Big deal.
Oh, no.
The Harpy Matriarch is dead. And
Yes!
you can't take a turn.
Yeah. The combat's about to end because it's Ceres' turn coming up.
No, it's the Harpy's turn. The one that's attacking Rin, or the one that's closest to Rin, smiles evilly, notices that
That
he only
almost
has
dead.
2 HP left. It just has to land 1 hit for it to all be worth it.
Get wrecked, idiot.
Missed.
Even if you combined your rolls, it wouldn't have been enough.
No, 20 would have hit.
Not the 22.
You didn't use,
I used several unarmed strikes last turn.
not during your attack action, though.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
Okay. So that is an important distinction with that is if you do a flurry of blows or a martial arts, that does not count. You have to do it during your attack action.
I disagree.
Okay. All right. So the one that just got nearly 100% eviscerated on 1 turn by the red demon character turns around and starts attacking him. No doubt, to great avail. Oh, that actually, they both hit, I think.
Actually, on one of my feats, it says, I have the dual wielder feat, it says, you add +1 bonus to AC while you're wielding separate melee weapon.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so one of them hits.
One of them hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does 6 slashing damage.
Ugh.
Did that kill you? Was that enough?
It's getting me closer.
Okay, no doubt. All right.
Yeah.
And that ends the Harpy turn. Cassian is up.
All right. Okay. So my axe is still in the river. So I gotta pull out my hand axes. And there's the one harpy that's right above me. Still. And so I'm gonna take a swing at that guy with a hand axe.
Go for it. That hits.
Oh, yeah.
And you kill it, because it only has 1 HP. So
Yes!
Oh, super kill it.
Super kill.
it's dead. And it goes flying right into Blaze.
Oh, sorry about that.
Blaze is still drooling over the cooked chicken.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
It goes
good.
for a bite. It tastes terrible.
In this world, harpy wings are actually made out of chickens, like full chickens, just attached to the
Right.
harpy.
Exactly.
Okay, and then so I can move down to the last one.
You sure can.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna move down to him and take a swipe with my other hand axe.
It offends me that you keep calling these harpies him.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
That hits. But you have a -20 for misgendering it.
Ren is definitely taking notes.
Yeah, Ren would. No, yeah, so you smack this thing pretty good, but it's still flying
Okay.
annoyingly. It flits about in the air.
And then in my bonus action, I want to do the Storm Aura and have him do a Dex saving throw.
You did it again. 20.
All right, fine. Then he takes half, which is 1.
You did it again. Saris is up, and after seeing how well his his magic missile did last turn, he's like, I should probably do that again.
Rin says, "Take it home, buddy."
Not nearly as good. 8 damage this time. Not enough to kill, but enough to annoy extremely, which is sometimes just as good. Top of the order, Cassian.
Oh, sweet. All right, so I'm gonna take a swipe with the hand axes at her.
There you
this
go.
time.
Hit.
Oh no!
Yes, finally.
Dang it!
So your first hit connects, but then your second one, something goes wrong.
Oh,
Jack,
no.
what happens?
As she's swinging, she catches a whiff of the delicious cooked chicken fumes from the other one, and gets distracted and just kind of like, oh, and accidentally tosses the hand axe over the ledge, not into the river, but just onto this walkway down here, on the shore over the cliff, so not easily accessible.
I keep throwing
Yeah.
my weapons. Awesome.
Yeah, it happens a lot when you roll natural ones. It's an easy go-to.
Yeah.
Good thing you didn't miss and then hit Ren, who's standing right next to you.
Right.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that would have
you'll
been way
notice I
better.
very deliberately said nothing about Rin during that.
Then Rin trips and falls and
And
dies.
dies.
Yeah. That's how bad your critical was. Okay. Speaking of which, Rin is up.
Time to end this fight.
Hit.
Quarterstaff smack. 9
Dead.
damage. Nice. Rin immediately starts chugging potions.
It's like it hasn't even like fallen to the ground yet.
Actually, I'm gonna take out the potion, but then I'm gonna look at Saris and say, "Hey, you got any you just arcane magic, or can you heal?"
What's healing? Never heard of it.
Yeah, awesome. All right. So I guess I will consume my elixir of. Nope, not elixir of health. I will use my greater potion of healing.
You can also short rest.
Can we short rest?
Yeah, I mean, you can always try to short rest.
All right, I'm gonna look around at everyone and go, "Oh God, guys, can we can we like take 5 here?"
Yeah. Let's take a seat. I think you earned it.
Papa
You're looking-
squad.
Oh.
Uh,
Not so
yeah,
bad.
I'm
before
hurt
that-
so bad I can almost hear cats meowing in the background.
Before we short rest, I'm going to use Second Wind to regain some HP.
Why don't you
strategic?
Why don't you wait until afterwards? Oh, sorry, because that recharges a short rest, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Smart. So what do you guys do for your short rest?
I attempt to commune with Dima, but it seems like she just doesn't. She's probably busy. She's got a lot going on. It's not like she's ignoring me. It's just that.
By what method are you trying to commune with her?
So there's a pact or a feat rather that I have called Brand of the Hell Knight
Yeah.
that allows Dima to telepathically communicate with me across planes.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just sitting there.
So
thinking
she can
about
do
it
that
really
to
hard.
you.
No,
Yeah.
that's the thing is I'm
Yeah.
thinking about her really hard, hoping that she thinks about me, but she doesn't.
Yeah. You might be surprised to find or discover the frequency about which she thinks, on her Hell Knights in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably a lot.
that would be surprising.
Yeah.
As would the opposite. Yeah, it seems like these were the only like hostile, threatening agents in the area, and having dispatched, with all these, stinky, gross harpies, you kind of wish you were fighting sirens because they're supposed to be way hotter.
Mm-hmm.
But the place still pretty loud. There's like waterfalls, there's rivers, there's still like various wildlife in the area, but it's relatively restful.
During the short rest, Cassian is gonna like sort of sit on the edge of this ledge and just like look out at the waterfall and like, man, look, have you ever seen anything so beautiful? It's crazy.
And Blaze is going to hand Ren a little rag to, wipe off some of the blood that's covering his body. That's all his.
Thanks, buddy.
And then
The beauty of
and
the
then-
scenery totally lost on both of them.
Yeah, but then Blaze will post up on this tree that's next to where he slaughtered that harpy, and just on the other side of that short wall from the matriarch body that's also smoldering. He's just gonna sit down and kick it.
What does he think about the waterfall?
He thinks that he's gonna want to check it out after he's done his rest. But interesting. Not a lot of water in hell.
That's true. Well, it depends on where you go.
Yeah. But yeah, nice. I bet it's refreshing to his very cold for his hot, blazing body.
Yeah, that's true. Whereas the frigid D-man, Rin, you know, what does ever think of the weather out here? You know, how does it meet with your sensibilities?
I enjoy a nice, crisp, cool wind. I don't know, this place looks kind of autumnal. It's probably pretty nice right now.
It is, and the part of the country you're in is like relatively northern. Picture like, you know, Seattle area. It's that kind of weather in the autumn. So like it's like maybe, since it's around noon right now, probably like, you know, mid 60s, high 50s, something like that.
Little high for me, but definitely not intolerable.
Yeah.
Way too cold for Blaze.
Yeah, for Blaze is like, man, I should have brought a coat.
Just want to point out, I used all of my hit die that rest. Even if I had gotten the best possible roll, I still would not be at max health.
Well, that's more a statement about how high your max health is than anything else.
No, that fight was cheap.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was only saved by that Visage of Desirability that I didn't even know the Harpy Matriarch had. If not for that, it would have they never would have hit you, and you would have just killed them all immediately.
Yeah,
So,
that would be a good fight.
yeah, it's good if I do nothing but damage and they die.
I mean, it's pretty great to have a short little, like,
You're getting reality all over my power fantasy.
Yeah, speaking of fantasy, though, like, that was something that was... What are your thoughts on that? Is it something that, you know, after the fact, makes you feel, like, worse about, like, knowing that that's not real?
No, any thought of my amazing mistress, Dima, is a good thought.
I mean, Cassian's 1000% gonna go, and he thinks it's a great idea. And is like, as soon as I get back, I gotta go talk to Dima.
We're gonna see if we can rent out the bounce house.
That's right.
Do they have bounce houses in hell?
I'm gonna make one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a gesture.
That's right.
Yeah, that's sure to win her over. Okay, well, you're feeling rested now.
I'm gonna go pick up, I gotta make sure I pick up all my stuff that I threw.
Sure, you've managed to do that during the rest.
Okay, great.
Saris, who, like, you know, he's totally fine. He's like, are you, y'all... Like, he's kind of, like, tapping his foot. Doesn't have a watch, but he's kind of just, like, looking at the passage of the sun. You know, he was really excited to get out here and, you know, is kind of hoping that you guys will start to pick up the pace soon. He's not really saying anything, but it's clear from his behavior that he's ready to get a move on.
Oh, did you catch your breath?
Yeah, about like 30 minutes ago or so. I'm fine now.
Oh gosh, I thought we were waiting on you. Okay.
Hey, that was a great magic missile you cast. You aren't kidding. You do know how to handle yourself.
Yeah, I've been around the block.
Are you the best, like, sorcerer of all time?
And he kind of blushed a little and he goes, oh, well, you know.
Does he get offended when people call him a sorcerer instead of a
He's
wizard,
so used to people confusing all the terms that, like, it doesn't
care.
even register anymore. Yeah. It's like when you have a hard to pronounce last name, like, you just, it can't bother you after a while. So, yeah, he's like, stop, you know, it's okay, you know, go on. But anyway, let's get looking for this, the entrance to the tunnels here.
All right, yeah. Let's do it.
Blaze would like to look up north, like, it looks like the waterfall is coming out from underneath this, so a river looks like it's passing underneath, the stone platform or, you know, floor that we're on, and then falls out the other side. On top of this.
So what are you trying to do?
Well, I just wanted to explore over there. There's a lot of debris and broken down walls all over the place, and trees that are obstructing my view. So I have to move around and look. But I'm looking for, you know, hidden entrances.
Wow.
The waterfall or this area looked promising, but gonna have to keep looking.
Yeah, well, no, actually, sure enough, in this area, once you clear away some of, like, the moss, some of the stuff that's covering the everything, you find like sort of a trap door. Maybe it used to be, but right now it's just barely holding together wood that's rotted over the course of a long decay.
I open it.
Yeah, and underneath it looks like there's a ladder that leads down into darkness that you can't really see beyond in the light.
Does this ladder also look very decayed?
I mean, it's made of metal, so it is certainly in better condition than the wood, though.
Yeah.
Tough to say otherwise.
Yeah, I shout, "Hey guys, over here! I think I found something."
And Saris walks over slowly.
Cassian's gonna jog.
Okay, yeah, you make it over there. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely a tunnel leading into the earth.
Oh, guys, this looks good, promising. If we're trying to go down, this goes down.
This does indeed appear to be going down.
I bet this is the place, guys. It's going down.
Wow, incredible. All right, yeah, and so yeah, you
guys, I think
you
we can
head
go
down
down.
this ladder. You go down, you descend, and there is definitely water flowing through this, but there are enough like holes and cracks and all this that very quickly the area becomes like pretty dry, and you find yourself in these big wide tunnels that are cutting through the earth, and luckily you all have dark vision because you're D-men. But yeah, you feel like you are just on the right track. You're excited, or actually, you tell me, are you excited?
Very.
There we go. That's what I'm talking
Cassian
about.
is pumped.
Sweet. Now, luckily for you, Saris has like a map, and he's been studying it, so he has a pretty good idea of like a lot of the major areas and what direction you kind of want to go. So it takes a while of through these winding paths, but you're able to eventually find something that's a little different. So we're moving on to scene 6, hazard duty. You wind your way for some time through the dark, dank tunnels that run deep below the earth. Though winding and maze-like at times, you are grateful that giants were the ones who made this, for the path is spacious and only difficult to move through in areas of cave-ins. The tunnels appear as sewers of some kind. The bones of long-dead beasts, and even those of a few humanoids, are occasional hallmarks on your otherwise boring excursion. Eventually, you find yourselves in a space that begins to look different. The walls, though old and cracked, seem more ornate, less utilitarian in design than what you've been seeing for the last hour. Light pours out from a crack in the floor, and you find that you can drop down into an area that looks more like a castle's interior than a dank sewer, albeit one that is in a state of disrepair.
Let's do it.
What's the smell like down here?
It just smells like mildew.
Dank.
Okay. Oh, dank. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like a lot of like animals live down here because like there's no light, there's not a lot of water. Like this is just it's pretty inhospitable to life of any form, so not much is formed here.
Okay.
And yeah, you jump down, presumably, and you find yourselves here.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you're in this again pretty like ornate looking place, and it's weird because even though you're pretty sure that you've gone decently below the earth at this point, like there's a lot of light, and as you descend into this area, you see that there are these like recesses in the sides of these of like this hallway that you're now looking down that have these bright lights in them.
Blaze would like to investigate these lights.
Okay. Yeah, and Saris is saying like this is not on the map. So as you go close to the light, you immediately feel your skin start to burn.
Ooh.
And you're gonna take 1 point of radiant damage.
All right. I go, ouchies!
What do you
That
do?
burns my skin.
What
Do you keep
happened?
standing there?
No, I move further down the passageway, but in between the, all the sets of lamps. I'm like, I gonna run past it because I'm like, if I just run back to where I was, I'm gonna have to run, go past these again.
Yeah. So the way this works is every round where you end a turn standing within 10 feet of one of these light sources, you take 1 point of radiant damage, which for you all is 2 points of radiant damage because you're all vulnerable to it. So yeah, you open the door at the end of this hall, and more light just floods out of the room in front of you.
Yeah. I go to in this very well lit room. I go to the least well lit spot, I guess, because I'm pretty irritated about this.
Okay, give me
light searing my
perception
skin.
because you're like blinded right now.
Yeah.
Coming in at
10. Okay, you're having trouble. You're having trouble finding a spot that doesn't look well lit.
yeah.
What is everyone else doing? And by the way, you've taken 2 radiant damage, which is 4
Gotcha.
for you.
Cassian's gonna try to sort of like
Well,
shield.
let me set the scene a little bit.
yes,
He confidently strolls in and then immediately starts yelping and screaming, and like starts sprinting forward, and he doesn't stop. He just like sort of disappears in this blinding light at the end of the hallway.
Cassian's gonna sort of like take his cloak because he thinks that maybe that'll help shield him from whatever it is that was like, causing him to yelp. And he's like, "I got you, buddy," and then charges after him.
Yeah, great thinking doesn't work. Like, it is definitely still hurting you just as badly. So you take a point of radiant damage in the process.
Okay.
All right, I guess I'll move up as well.
Okay, same thing. Okay, so after like stumbling and searching around and taking another point of radiant damage, you eventually land on, like, you can hide by another set of doors that's just to the left of the one you came in, and you find that standing over here doesn't hurt. Like, this room is still really obnoxious to stand in, but it doesn't physically pain you to do so if you're standing over here.
Guys, what was that? Ow. God, it really hurt.
Bad.
Is Blaze less blinded now?
Yeah, he can see a little better.
Okay. No. Hey, Professor.
He did not follow you. He heard all the screaming and said, he's like, I need to check my notes.
Well, I guess we'll open this door that we're next to then.
Okay. Yeah, so let me set the scene a little bit. I'll close that door. So the room that you walked into that's super bright, not only does it have many more of the recessed lights, it's got slightly bigger lights that are just kind of like floating in the air, about maybe like 8 feet off the ground, something like that, and they're really, really bright. And in the middle of the room, there seems to be some sort of like pool or something of even more of that light. So this room is just so bright, it's just like straight up obnoxious. And you're starting to get the impression that somebody was trying to keep demons out of this place.
Rude.
You found a set of double doors just to the left of where you came into this room, which is about like 40 feet by 80 feet or so. So you open one of these doors and look through, and there are even bigger lights on the other side. And there aren't as many of them, but these lights are huge.
Do you think we could smash it with something? Maybe throw? Ooh, maybe use that fancy bow of
I'm gonna
yours?
take my bow out and try to shoot one of the lights. It's a good idea.
Okay. Sure. So, yeah, it doesn't even take any ammunition, so you can take some time and try and do this. They move a little bit, but they don't seem like they're made of anything solid. So it doesn't really seem like it's really effective. It moves a couple inches when you shoot it, and that's about it.
Okay. I mean, I don't really want to explore because we're just going to get hurt a bunch. I'm going to slowly approach one of the larger lights to see if it has a wider radius of harm than the other ones. I want to, stop before I actually get hurt.
It does appear to. It looks like, with the smaller ones within, 10 or so feet, it hurts. With these bigger ones, it's maybe 15 or 20.
Okay, so
It doesn't seem like it hurts more. It's just got a bigger radius.
Sure, but if we go into that room, there's no way to avoid taking damage.
Yeah, correct.
I can look across the large room and see that there's another alcove that has what looks to be a safe-ish spot, sort of across the way. Although we'll have to take damage to get there. I'm going to run over there and take a look just to see if maybe that's a better option.
Okay. Yeah, you end up taking another point of radiant damage in the process of doing that, of getting there. But you want to open that door as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, it does not look like an improvement.
Yeah, this hall appears much like the one you came through, where there's some of the smaller lights recessed in the, but it looks like it would be, once again, difficult to avoid taking any damage there. And the spot that you're in right now isn't even protected.
Okay, then I guess I'm going to just keep running and try to hit the other doors.
Okay,
on the
you'll
other
end up
end.
taking another point of damage doing that, but
Okay.
this room, while lit, does not appear to have any of the radiant sun lights in it.
All right, I'm going to yell, hey, there's a safe room over here.
Okay. It's very echoey, but you saw where he went, so it's pretty easy to figure out where it's coming from.
Blaze follows.
Okay.
And Cassian's gonna do the same.
Okay, yeah, you eventually find your way. Yeah, and so now you're all standing in a room that it looks like it was maybe an old barracks. There's like the crumbling remains of some like a table, some chairs, and some beds. All of them covered in dust, and looking very brittle.
Is there anything in here that looks like we could use it to help us from the lights? Or anything that has, like, words on it?
Nothing obvious.
Okay, I'm gonna open. There's a door to the north and a door to the south. I'm gonna open both to just kind of peek down and see what we're dealing with.
Okay. So the door to the south opens up. Another big pool of light in there.
Can I poke my head a little further in just to see what's around the corner here? Okay. So if I approach the pool, is that same as the lights?
Yeah, absolutely. Hurts very badly to be anywhere near.
All right, I'm just going to kind of skirt around it and look at this door on the left side of the room.
It's locked.
It's locked. Can I break it down?
You can try to. It's looks pretty sturdy. It's stone, and you don't see any you don't see hinges.
Am I, while in the little alcove with the door, am I far away enough from the pool that I can kind of take some time with it, or am I constantly taking damage?
Yeah, no, you're safe-ish here.
Okay, I'm going to examine this door to see if there's anything, like, is there a keyhole? What are we looking at?
Okay, give me investigation.
Investigation. 11.
Nothing jumps out to you. Like, it feels like, it must move. It's obviously a door.
Mm-hmm.
But the mechanism by which you would open it is elusive to you.
Okay, I'll run back into the safe room then. So that in and out, how many ticks did I take?
You'll take 2 more.
Okay, so 4 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll tell them, okay, room with pool, there's a door on the west side, no obvious way to open it, and I don't think we're going to be knocking it down, so I don't know. Something
you saw as you ran through the hallway, too, the one that led to the room you're in now from the main area. You first of all, you've noticed that, when you can finally, take a look at anything, the rooms with the bright light are very, very clean, like the radiant light has scoured away every possible thing that could, mar or sully these places. Even though you had seen a couple skeletons and, the remains of some things as you journeyed through these tunnels, here, the only things that you ever catch any glimpses of, outside of, the pretty sterile stone floor and walls, there are a couple, items, and it occurs to you that they must be magic items if they are, if they're, able to withstand the brunt of all of this constant, fiery light. Hard to tell what any of these items were because you're running and blinded, but there's stuff. There are occasional items strewn about the radiant rooms.
So I think we should maybe try to dash in and grab as much as possible and a little flash move kind of thing.
Sure, you can try that.
Should we try and grab Cirrus and have him do all this easy work for us?
Yeah.
Try to shout at him?
Because he should be fine.
Unless he's secretly some type of demon.
Well, he might
you don't have to be vulnerable to radiant damage to take radiant damage. This would still hurt him, just it hurts you worse.
Yeah, okay. So it's not just that their anti-demon measure is anti-everybody, it's just more effective against demons.
Right, yeah. It is more effective against you, but it is effective against everything that is, that doesn't resist radiant damage.
Okay, yeah, you could go out and try to grab some of that stuff, I guess. We can also take a look at this door to the north.
I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to peek out the door to the north.
Okay. I'm going to, while you're peeking up there, I'm going to do dash out, get as much as I possibly can, and come back.
Okay. The door to the north also appears locked.
Is it a similar stone door? No.
Yeah.
Okay. So at least for now, this is a dead end.
Okay. And so for Cassian, you're able to. There were 2 items, one in this little hallway, and then something in the corner of the main room with a big pool in it. So if you're gonna try and dash out and grab those, you're gonna end up probably taking. I'll say you're gonna take 2 ticks of damage. But when you rush back in here, you're gonna find that you have a set of magic-looking boots, as well as an axe, like a battle axe.
The boots. Can we describe the boots?
They look like they're made of some kind of leather. They've got like little wings on them, or something like that. It's like a design. Beyond that, I mean, I don't know. They look like boots.
Ren looks
say
at
again the other
Cassian and
item?
says, "Hey, finders keepers, but if you don't want them, I'll take them."
Yeah, or I'll take them, Mr. Bowman.
Well, I'll be nice, and you guys can take the boots, but I get the axe.
All right. Well, I already got the
Wait.
bow, so you take the boots. And now we're all
right.
we're all up one.
Were you planning on giving each of us one boot?
Oh, that's not how that works.
No, you take the boots, man.
I got the boots. Yeah.
Okay, so the boots are boots of levitation.
Ooh.
So you can put those on, and then the axe is just a +1 battle axe.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Okay.
Just a +1 I gave you.
Were there any items in the room at the pool to the south?
You didn't see any.
Okay. So, all right. I guess, given that there's nothing else that I'm gonna look under these beds, I guess, just to make sure there's nothing that we're missing.
Nothing but dust.
All right. Then I'm going to run back into the main room and then head north.
Okay. Yes, you sprint back in screaming. You're gonna take another 2. Well, if you know where you're going, you can get away with just 1.
All right.
This door opens, and you're able to skirt in to a clear-looking passage without any obvious radiant traps here.
Okay.
There's paths that curve to your left and right as you go in, as well as a path that leads forward into some more doors.
All right. I'm gonna yell back. Looks like it's safe to the north. If you guys want to check out the west area for items,
What a keen sense of direction you have.
maybe we do that before we advance.
Cassian is like, I'm on it! And jumps in to follow his directions to go pick up more items.
Okay, so yeah, you're gonna take another 2 ticky-tacks of damage as you get to the door that you'd been to before.
Okay.
And Blaze is going to run to the door that's on the southeast side of the main great hall.
Okay, yeah, so it's the last door that the team hasn't opened yet.
Oh, that was never even in line of sight for me. I didn't know there was a door there.
Oh, there's a door there.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you're gonna take 2 ticks as well. You open that. It's a hallway that's filled with these lights at the very end, all the way against the locked door. This is now full circle the other side of the locked door that Rin was trying to open earlier. You see that there's something on the ground there. But much like Solid Snake at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4, you're just getting microwaved.
Yeah. Blaze is going to go pick it up.
Okay.
Because it looks really shiny.
Yeah. It's just like a little stick. It's a wand of some kind.
Okay. All right. Blaze is going to go convene with the other members.
Okay, so your teammates are in 2 different spots.
Oh,
I'm to the north, and
oh, I see it now.
yeah.
As you think about it, you take another point of radiant damage.
Oh, crud. I'm gonna move. Blaze is gonna move up towards where
Where I'm
Jack
at.
is.
Yeah, we're in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you sprint back out and then take a hard right and turn to the north, taking another point of radiant damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are smoking and sunburned.
Yeah.
I pick anything up on my trek over?
No, there was nothing new that you hadn't already picked up.
Oh.
Not at this point where you're at. You're by the set of double doors that you found was a safe spot in the main chamber,
Oh, okay.
but you haven't moved beyond it. And then in the next room there's really big balls of light.
Yeah, but there's stuff on the other side, we think.
Possibly.
It's possible. Yeah, you haven't been there yet,
Yeah.
so there's no telling.
I'm doing it.
But
Okay.
there's a big prize.
So as you enter this incredibly bright room and start taking damage immediately, there are 2 doors that you see. One is sort of across and to your right, and then the other one is at a right angle to your left.
I'm gonna go across first.
Okay. You sprint across, and in here you find another item and a locked door. The item looks like it's a scroll.
Okay.
You can't really tell what it is right now, and you don't really want to take the time to read it.
Nope. All right. So I'm gonna grab that scroll, run down to the other door, and grab it. See if there's anything there.
Okay. When you go in here, there's a big red ball floating in the middle of the room. It's like crackling, and it's surrounded by a bunch of lights. And you take another tick of damage just coming in here.
Okay.
I wonder if we destroy that, the lights go away.
Yeah. Can I tell what this ball is?
You can tell it's really bright.
Can I...
And you take another point of radiant damage.
I'm gonna throw a javelin at it.
It chips. You hear like a loud clink when that happens.
Do I think that, like, if I keep throwing shit at it, it might actually break?
I mean, it's certainly possible.
Alright, I'm gonna go run at it and try to smash it with my battle axe.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely chipping away at it, and, you know, how long do you want to do that for?
Like 3 ticks.
Okay. Yeah, after you've done it for that much, it's starting to develop some serious cracks, and some of this light looks like it's starting to kind of pour out of it.
So is it different than the other kinds of light, since it's red?
It seems like it's a different color. It still hurts just as bad.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna run back out to the safe hallway and yell for the other folks.
Okay. Yeah, and as you're running out, you're seeing that some of the lights look like they're flickering a little bit.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, I found it! Hearing the yelling, I sprint back to that safe zone in the bottom left area.
Blaze is going to stay still.
Yeah, we'll handle this. And
What a hero.
Is there any so when you were, is there like an area where I can get line of sight to the orb that is safe? Because I can just plink away at it with the bow.
There's not.
No.
Oh, damn it.
No,
All
sorry.
right.
It's way too
right.
bright in there.
Well, I guess we gotta just do it then. You and me, baby.
Let's go smash it up.
Yep, alright, I run in and we start teaming this ball.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you're going to both take 2 ticks of damage in the process, and then as you finally smash it, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
Ugh.
Cassian succeeds, Ren fails. So...
Whew.
Alright, so 7 radiant damage to Ren for 14. And then half of that times 2, which is actually 6 for Cassian.
Okay.
But as you do that, because basically this thing explodes with light, and it like slaps you against the wall, and it burns very badly, and it hurts, and you cry. But after that, the lights dim. They still provide light, like you can see very well in here, but it no longer burns. It's just now they're just light.
Guys, I did it. I found a
Good.
source.
Good job, dude. Alright.
Let's get out of here.
We'll go and collect Saris, I guess.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done with my notes. I think I know where we are
dude.
now. Did you guys find anything interesting out there? Or what's going on?
We found a lot of pain,
Yeah.
but we can advance now.
Bummer.
Alright, I'm going to drink my potion.
Okay.
Let's see, 4d4 plus 4.
Say, I'm gonna drink mine as well.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Cassian got a really good roll.
I got a
Yes.
really bad roll.
Sarah sees that one of you has a wand sticking out of your pants, and he like plucks it out and takes a look at it, and he goes, "Hey, that's a good find. What you got there's a wand of dispel magic."
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh. And so Cassian pulls out the scrolls. Like, do you know what this is?
And he takes a look at it and he goes, "Let's see. It's a scroll of fireball. Please be very careful with that."
Oh, that's exciting.
I just added the wand of magic detection to Blaze's character sheet, so just refresh it and you'll have it.
Perfect.
I can see lights along the left side arc of this hallway. I
Uh-huh.
want to slowly approach and see if they've been neutralized the same way the other ones have.
They have.
Excellent. I gestured to the others to like it's safe, we're good. Let's start exploring.
Blaze follows.
Ooh, yeah.
So I'm gonna head down this hallway, sort of down and to the left.
Yeah, so you're able to explore. We'll skip this because there's only one more thing to find anyway. There's a +1 shield hidden about some of these other places.
Ooh.
I don't know if anyone really needs that, but it's valuable.
I'll take it.
We'll collect it.
It has barbarian
Some-
written all over it.
Somebody
Use
can
that
have
with
my my fireball thing. I don't need that.
I guess I'll take that.
Yeah, all Jack.
We'll swap.
But yeah, for the sake of brevity, that's
it.
you disable the traps and we don't need to explore every single room here because it's more of the same.
All right. Good job, team, clearing that out. Let's look for artifacts.
Yeah.
We turn to Saris and say, "Is there any You're like a wizard dude, best in the world, probably. Do you sense anything down here?
Well, I don't sense anything at all, but I did. And he's like flipping through some of like these really old parchments. He's like, I think I did find a map of this spot, and it looks like to the and he kind of gestures towards the general vicinity of north. He's like, there's a really big room over there, so I suspect if there's anything, really interesting, it's probably over there.
All right, let's keep heading north then. We got some doors right here. I'll take point. Stride confidently.
Yeah, see, this is just another room. It's got a big light in there, but it has been, it is not killing you. And then it's got some more doors leading north, west, and Dennis.
Let's go, Dennis.
Okay. It's a little Homestar Runner humor for those in the know.
Okay, so we're going sort of like center of the
you're re-entering the center of the area. And you come to another room. It's got a big ball of light in it.
Ooh.
More of the same.
Keep going north.
Nothing else in this room? What are they?
Nah, nothing interesting. They're like they're benches or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ninjas.
Who cares about benches?
Benches.
Yeah,
I'm obsessed with this scroll. I'm just looking at it going, ooh, can't wait to crack this bad boy open.
Oh my god, what a spooky, cool looking room that you've just gone into.
Look at this.
Whoa. Cassian is jazzed.
Emerging into the greatest of the chambers here, you find yourselves in a spherical room about 150 feet in diameter. A ring path about 5 feet across encircles the room at your level, which is halfway up the sphere. One platform extends into the middle of the room, boasting some magical-looking device. On the bottom, in the center of the bowl, stands a crumbling, massive statue of a heavily armored warrior. It shakes and stirs, turning its massive head to look in your direction.
I will. How deep is the bowl? Like, how far a drop is it?
So it's a smooth drop. It's not like 100% vertical. But it's very steep because this room is a like perfect sphere that you're on the inside of now.
Okay.
And you are halfway up the sphere.
Am I like if I hop down so I would be like, able to hit this thing? Do I think I'm gonna like mess that up and then be like crippled by the time I get to the bottom, or? Nah,
you're decently like acrobatic. Like if you ran off the end of this platform that's right in front of you and then jumped, like you'd probably hurt yourself. But if you like kind of skidded down the side of it here, you'd almost certainly be able to get down onto the floor, where it's like flatter down on the bottom.
Okay.
And is this platform or any of the platforms, are they floating or there's like stands built in?
Yeah, it is stone that juts vertically out of the of the bowl.
Gotcha.
Is the dwarf approaching, or is it just kind of looking at us?
It is definitely like mobilizing, because we're basically paused right now, and initiative is going to happen in like 1 second.
Okay, then I am going to immediately. I'm going to say, "You guys check out that artifact," and I'm going to jump down to engage the dwarf.
I didn't read the last part because I made it a separate paragraph for some reason. Above the statue's head, floating in the air, is a spear with an angry red point.
Oh.
It looks like it's about at your level, like in the center of the sphere, center of the sphere, which means that it's about like 75 feet from you right now.
Okay.
And floating in the middle of the air. Okay, and now it's initiative time. Okay, up first is Cassian.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I'm gonna pick up my javelin and try to take... Okay, so Ren's going after that guy. I'm gonna go... I don't know. How far away... Oh, shoot. Hold on. Sorry. How far away is this actual guy? Way too far for me to throw.
Yeah, it's horizontal distance is like probably 70 feet or so, but then, it's also about that many feet down as well, so we can ask our friend Pythagoras exactly how much that would be.
Okay. I'm gonna, I guess, like, try to make my way down so I can go to that relic while we're dealing with that.
So when you say relic, what are you talking about?
The thing that's up in front of us.
So it's like this magic-looking, like, display control panel-looking thing. Honestly, you're not 100% sure what to make of it. Especially from the distance that you're about, like, 45 feet away from it.
Well, given that smashing that other light thing seemed to make a difference, I am going to go for it on this one. And so I'm going to go run after that and see how close we can get.
Okay. Yeah, you can get right up to it.
Okay, so as I get a little closer, can I tell that I can, like, anything in there on? Or do I...
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
12.
Ugh.
It's magic.
Cool. All right, then I am gonna hit it with my hammer.
Okay,
Or max.
you smash it to pieces immediately.
Oh, we could have had Saris maybe figure something out with it.
Now you
Oops.
can't.
Nope.
Okay, anything else for your turn?
No. It worked last time, guys.
All right.
Shit.
Blaze is up. Oh, and actually, sorry. On initiative count 20, this big statue thing that's like kind of slowly like grinding and being all silly out in the middle of this thing. It like poops out a smaller statue
Oh, jeez.
that starts like marching towards where you guys are at. Okay, now Blaze is up.
Are you proficient with short bows?
He's a fighter. He's
think-
proficient with everything.
Yeah, you should be. You should. So it's not my action, but I'm just gonna say.
You're right. It's not. So shut up.
All right.
I guess what is this in this circle? Does this look like a crane on the western
It
side?
does look like a crane.
Yeah, it's a crane of some kind.
Okay, all right.
It looks decrepit and rotten.
Yeah. Well, Blaze doesn't know any better, so Blaze is going to go to the edge of the bowl and just kind of slide down and start advancing towards these robots
Okay.
for 30 feet. And
Yeah. So you kind of jump down and you slide and skid and you kind of like run, arms flailing, and you get to you get about by the time you're able to like decelerate to like safety where it's getting
Yeah.
relatively horizontally flat.
Yeah.
You've made it about like laterally probably about like 30 or 40 feet into the
Yeah.
bowl. That's how far you can
All
get
right.
with one movement.
And that's when Blaze shouts, Inferno! And draws his long sword and as it bursts into flames
Uh-huh.
and pulls out his venomous dagger and he braces for combat.
Yeah. Okay. Up next is Ren.
All right. Ren is, I guess, just gonna join. He's gonna jump down. Take some cool shots with his bow as he's going down.
Oh, that's awesome. At what?
I'm going to attack the smaller golem.
Okay. It's not a
If
golem.
you still
That's
had the
racist.
shield, you could have slid down the edge of this wall.
I
Like
don't have a
Legolas
shield.
at Helm's Deep.
Legolas and shoot him.
19 to hit.
That hits.
15 damage.
Oh my god. Okay.
And then second attack,
Oh, that hits for
28
sure.
to hit for 12 damage.
Okay. Yeah. So as you're like jumping in the air, you're firing one shot, and it's kind of like a firebolt. The arrow. It's almost like this laser, that flies out of the bow and hits this thing and like explodes a little portion and rocks chip off the side of this animated statue kind of thing. And it shudders a little but continues advancing robotically towards you. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Saris is up, and he's already lamenting the destruction of all this stuff, and he just kind of runs down the platform and says, wait, what are you doing? Stop! Don't attack this thing! And that's his turn. The big statue is up. Chunk! 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 And it just chonks slowly towards the platform. Cassian, who's standing on the platform, can this statue's very tall, but even still, you can only barely see its head over the edge of this. But it reaches up over the top and slaps down with this agonizing but inevitable speed.
Yikes.
This gigantic sword towards you.
Whoa.
It's gonna do it twice
Oh. Whew.
and misses both times.
Thank God.
Fantastic. It rolled a 5 twice. And now, the mini statue. Chunk, chunk, a little faster. Moves towards Ren, and it also attacks with a smaller, but still, pretty hefty looking weapon. And it attacks twice.
Crit fail.
Crit fail. Well, it only had 3 HP left, so it just smashes into the ground and goes ding, and just vibrates apart.
Bite it.
And it crumbles. Initiative order reset. Blaze is up.
Blaze, without any better idea of what to do, is gonna move up to the grand statue and start chipping away.
Let's see it.
With the flaming longsword, 11 to not hit.
That will not hit.
Second attack, 15.
Miss.
And then in a last attempt to do something on his action, going with a dagger attack on his bonus action for 23.
Oh, that'll hit. What if I told you that missed too? Wouldn't you be mad?
I would be sad.
That would be
Blaze
upsetting.
would be sad. And that would just be 6.
6 piercing damage.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you do 6 damage.
Oh, did not mean to roll that.
It's all good. Okay.
Another
Yeah.
8 damage, please.
You stab this thing in the ankle, and like this tiny, like dime-sized chip comes off of it. Probably represents, about, I would say, I don't know, 1,000th of a thousandth of the percent of the mass of this thing. So, a couple more like that, you probably got this in the bag. All right, Ren is up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this spear that's hovering above this thing's head, is it moving with him now that he's moved?
No.
Oh, so it's still just kind of in the middle of the arena.
Well, middle as in like the middle of the sphere.
Oh, okay.
So it's 75 feet approximately from the floor, like directly above where it is.
Okay, so Rin is going to shout to Blaze, be like, the spear, use the boots, and is going to run to engage the giant statue. So I will sort of advance to kind of similar to where Blaze is, yeah, and just start thwacking this guy's legs.
Let's see it.
Going to hit for 11 damage, and
Oh my
just
God.
to note, this is a magic weapon.
Yeah. Bafflingly, this guy is not resistant to non-magical physical.
That is
damage.
baffling. All right,
So-
I'll unarmed strike.
Okay. Hit.
23 for 10 damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action follow up. 14 to hit.
That will miss.
Okay, so I hit punch. And
You don't
then,
miss. It just does nothing. You like open palm strike it, and it
Yeah. break my hand.
yeah. Sprain your wrist. Walk away.
All right. So I'm telling Blaze, get up there. Use the I'll push up.
On initiative count 20, this thing farts out another mini statue. On the other side this time.
Okay.
And it like drunk, and it realizes that it's kind of nowhere close to you, and it's probably got a bit of walking to do before it can reach you, but that's life. Cassian.
So can I is the giant statue like actually pretty close to that edge of the ledge?
Yeah.
Does it look like I could like jump on the guy's shoulders or like on top of the shoulders and like schwack him in the head?
You could certainly attempt something like that.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. All right. Give me athletics.
Athletics. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So you're able to leap, and luckily there's a little bit of elevation on your side here, so you're able to leap onto its shoulder and grab on.
Awesome.
But in order to maintain stability, you have to grab onto its head with one of your hands.
That's fine.
Okay.
So that because I'll have the battle axe in just one hand, and I'll
Okay.
hold on with the other. And that would be the end of it, right? I wouldn't be able to attack since I had a
No,
jump.
you can attack.
Oh, sick.
That was,
Okay.
Yeah, we'll call that your movement as because it was that was a standing long jump, but it was within range.
Oh, yeah.
So that's just
Okay.
your movement.
Sweet. Then I am going to not hit that one. Try again.
Nah. Yep, that hits.
One-handed.
But you didn't declare you were raging,
Oh, motherfucker!
so we're gonna take 2 of those damage away.
Yeah.
So that'll be 10 damage.
Okay, yeah, you're right. And then again, get mad at myself for fucking up, and then start raging.
Tale as old as time.
That's right. That's it.
I've also lost your token underneath the statue, so we'll figure that out later.
Great.
Okay. The mini statue is up, and it kind of wheels around underneath the statue's moving legs. Well, it's not really moving much. It goes to attack Ren.
Oh, well.
One
of them
hit.
hits.
6 bludgeoning damage. So it like does these big mechanical swings, but between trying to dodge like trying to make sure that you're not going to get, crushed by the giant statue's feet and everything else. Like, you're able to dodge one, and then the other one just clips in this weird mechanical way that you can't avoid, and you take some damage.
All right.
Saris is up, and he runs over to the ledge, and he's shouting at you. He's like, no, stop. This thing is protecting us from whatever that thing is up there. Like, stop attacking it. I forgot what his voice sounded like, so I didn't do it, but, that's what he says.
Ren yells up and says, how do you get that impression?
Well, his turn's over. maybe he'll respond later. The big statue is up, and it's gonna try to grab at Cassian up on its shoulder. So go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
Ooh, that's not
no.
good. Yeah, it gets you right, like without even trying. Like it grabs you, and its hands start squeezing around you, pulls you off, throws you.
Oh no.
Okay. I've recovered your token.
A flurry of movement.
Yeah. So he throws you against the wall over here. You're gonna take this much bludgeoning damage. 3. Okay. Well.
Wow.
Yes.
That was lucky, I guess. But yeah, he just tosses you off to the side. But that will be his turn. All right. Initiative reset. Initiative count 20 is up first. He poops out another statue. This time it appears behind him. All right. Ren is up.
Okay, Ren's gonna start trying to clear out these little guys. The one closest to him first.
Okay.
So, 17 to hit
That hits.
for 10 damage.
Oh, yeah.
And then an unarmed strike
That hits.
for 11 damage.
Huge.
Okay, and then
Still lives.
I will flurry of blows to do another unarmed strike
Hits.
for 10
Oh,
damage.
yeah. It crumbles.
All right. And then I will advance to attack the second of the constructs.
Okay.
Oh,
Miss.
12. Okay.
Okay.
I'm still yelling at Blaze, like, get up there.
Yeah. Saris is up. He yells back down at you like, stop, you don't know what you're doing.
Okay, I mean, they're trying to kill us at this point, so we're not going to stop.
Okay. That's fair. He's got a different set of priorities. Blaze.
Blaze is going to use his Boots of Levitate, which he realized at the end of his last turn that he should use.
Uh-huh.
But he's going to cast Levitate on himself.
All right.
And I think I'm understanding this correctly, but Blaze can now move vertically.
One creature or loose object of your choice that you can see within range, such as yourself, rises vertically up to 20 feet and remains suspended there for the duration.
Yeah, so the idea that I had was if you use them, I could kind of like toss you, but I'm not sure how effective that's going to be in the middle of combat. But we got to get up to that spear, I think.
Yeah, so if you're using it without clear knowledge of what it does, you rise 20 feet in the air and now you're suspended there. And so the only way for you to move is to push off of something or for the spell effect to end.
Okay, but I'm now 20 feet up. Where am I at this giant statue? Near his waist?
Yeah, right about.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go. That was my action, I guess. So, correct?
Yes. What is it? What did the boots say? Casting time is one action for levitate. So.
Yeah, but I guess for my movement, can I try and kick off of him since I'm,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to fling myself higher, either with my arms or legs, kicking up and off of the statue.
Okay, let's see. I just want to make sure I understand how this works.
It says the target can move only by pushing or pulling against a fixed object or surface within reach, which allows it to move as if it were climbing.
Yeah, and you can change the target's the target's altitude by up to 20 feet in either direction on your turn. Presumably that's an action.
Ooh, hold on. Do the boots just say it lets you use the spell, or does it say let you use the spell on yourself?
The boots say, while you wear these boots, you can use an action to cast levitate spell on yourself at will.
Ah, damn it. Okay.
There you go. Okay, so yeah, you can try to levitate the...
levitate the spear and then just change its altitude.
Yeah, you can't do that. But yeah, you can try to, ascend yourself with your movement, I'll say. Or push off somewhere else.
Yeah, I guess if I'm near his waist, I'm gonna try and push off towards the platform, like upwards and towards the platform.
Okay.
And away from this giant.
Yeah, so the platform is quite a bit off the ground, so you're able to get maybe like halfway up it doing that.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, the big statue is up, and he tries to swat you out of the air. One of them hits you, 26 for 17 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
And in the process of doing that, since he's hitting you with such a big sword, he pushes you away from himself in the process.
Yeah, and I'm levitating, so I just fly a very long way.
Yeah, so you kind of stop, like it didn't like send you flying, but it did push you. So you stop maybe like 15, 20 feet away from him, but you're suspended in the middle of the air right now.
Gotcha.
Okay, Cassian is up.
Okay, so after he flung me, I'm in the bowl, and so do I like slide?
Yeah, you probably end up sliding a good distance toward him.
Yeah. Okay. So as I'm like running back, I like shout up at Saris and be like, so do we shoot at the spear instead? But still keep running towards the statue because until I know for sure, gotta at least help my peeps out.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're able to get back within melee range of the statue.
Awesome. And then I'm gonna use my battle axe.
Okay. Hits. Oh, massive.
And I'm gonna do it again.
Hits. Yeah. Oh yeah. So this axe definitely magical. It seems like it cuts. It actually cuts into the statue, which is a little weird. But there's so much stone that it's you can tell you're doing something, but it seems like it still might take a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the mini statues are up, or the one mini statue is up, and it kind of turns and gets in front of Ren and starts smacking him about. I'm sure he'll hit too. Oh, one of them does hit for 8 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, jeez.
You don't have a read on these guys yet. They're tough. Okay, that's the end of initiative order. Reset. Big statue is up, and it's going to smack Cassian.
Oh no! Whew, that's a miss.
Well, the one that's 18 hits.
Now I got the shield. I added the shield. Now I have 21.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Plus 1.
I didn't refresh your page.
Ah. Whew.
Yeah. Oh, you sure do. Okay, yeah. So it just misses.
Yes.
Or it doesn't miss you, but you're somehow able to deflect like this 200-pound sword with your shield.
This is a
you
great shield.
You feel pretty baller after that.
Yeah.
The mini statue is up, and it continues its onslaught against Ren. Ooh, critical hit for 10 bludgeoning damage total.
All right, I'm down.
Okay. Well, then it misses with its second swing because it was trying to attack you, and you got knocked out in the process.
Melt to the ground. Yeah.
Okay. Blaze.
Blaze is going to, who's floating in air, is going to use his movement, I believe his movement, to try and get to the platform.
So how are you moving?
I think I have to.
So you can move by pushing and pulling against fixed objects, which you can't reach. I guess theoretically you could throw something in the opposite direction and that would move you slightly.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to have to use... It says you can change the target's altitude by up to 20 feet in either direction on your turn. So is that like by an action?
Sure. Either way, I don't care if it's part of your movement or whatever. So, because going up is probably useless, but you could go down and you might be closer to the ground if you did that. You can also just stop concentrating on the spell too and stop levitating.
True. I guess can I get to the platform this turn?
You have no way of propelling yourself laterally.
Yeah.
Because you're right now you're floating in midair, and the way I read the spell, you can't. You can change your altitude, but the only way you can change your latitude and longitude is by using fixed objects, or like I said, if you're if you threw your sword, you might move a couple inches.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Then I'm going to. I'm gonna, I guess. Oh man, drop to the ground.
Okay, so you descend 20 feet, and then you end your concentration, and you hit the ground with no damage because it slopes. So it's a little higher here than otherwise. So you're back on terra firma.
Oh goodness. Then I'm gonna run up to the next to Ren, up to the statue next to him.
Okay.
And then I think that ends my turn.
Okay. Alrighty. Saris is up, and he's waffling back and forth. He doesn't know what to do, and so he's gonna cast magic missile at the statue that's next to, or no, he's gonna cast haste on Blaze. So Blaze is now hasted, and what that means is the following. Until the spell ends, the target's speed is doubled, it gains +2 bonus to AC, it has advantage on dex saving throws, and gets an additional action each turn. So you can use that to make one extra weapon attack, or dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
Gotcha. And how long? What's the duration?
I think it's a minute. 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, so you're hasty now. Okay, so and he's freaking out. Cassian.
So he didn't actually respond to my question, so I'm like, oh, okay, well, because I'm going to keep smashing at this this giant.
Sure.
And hit it with my battle axe again.
Go for it. Miss.
Ooh, nope. Do one more time. Oh.
Hit. Critical. 19, 21. That's 21 damage. Okay. Yeah. Big chunk right out of its ankle. It felt good.
Yeah.
Felt meaty.
And then I'm going to try to do my Storm Aura and see if you can pass a dex save.
This thing has very high dexterity.
Oh, yeah.
3.
Yes. Okay, so 1d6.
Yeah, lightning strikes from out of nowhere and hits this thing right on the noggin. Okay. Ren. Death saving throw.
Watch me succeed. Let's see. How do I, okay.
19. That's a
Nice.
success.
Okay.
All right. Top of the order. It's Saris. So he's concentrating on his haste spell at the moment. But he'll do a magic missile at the big boy, unsure of what else to do. Hits him for 9 damage. That's Saris' turn. Cassian.
So he's feeling pretty good about this battle axe, so he's gonna go for it again. Oh no! And
Miss.
one more time.
Hits.
Yes.
All right, 12 damage.
And go for another bonus action of the Storm Aura.
Okay. We've hit the loop.
Yeah.
12, so I assume that also fails.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, 6.
Oh my god. Okay. Mini statue is up. It turns towards Blaze and starts attacking. So remember, you have +2 to AC right now.
Excellent.
And it's more than enough. It cannot find any way to hit you. Blaze is up.
Could you describe detect magic to me?
Sure.
Like if I say detect magic on that thing or the arrow, you're gonna say, "Yep, that's magical," or like
No. So you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. This spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of dirt or wood.
Okay. I quickly assess that I don't think I need that right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to use an action to attack the little statue that's I'm immediately next to.
Okay. Oh, hang on. I think I think I might have added the wrong. I wasn't supposed to add the magic detection. It was supposed to be it was the one of dispel magic, not
It's supposed to be the
magic.
disintegrate spell.
Yeah, exactly. No, I added the wrong one. So go ahead and refresh your sheet, and the right one's in it.
Okay.
So sorry, you were doing something.
I'm going to cast with my wand
Okay.
of dispel magic.
Go for it.
I'm gonna cast it on this statue.
Which one? The big one or the small one?
Big one.
All right. So, okay, let's see the way this works. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of third level, blah, blah, blah. For each spell, easy 10. Okay.
This seems like kind of a first level type construct.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, it gets a 24 on its Constitution saving throw. No magic is dispelled. It actually, somehow it has no proficiencies in any saving throws. It's just, it's just really, it just has, it got rolled well. That doesn't seem right. I don't think that's how I made this thing, but whatever. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't work.
All right, well, then I'm going to use my second action to cast Dispel Magic on the same target.
Okay.
If that's allowed.
Sure, why not? 11. So, hang on, let me see what your... DC... So yeah, it fails. So, as a result, it just kind of like starts stuttering a little bit. Hard to tell what the long-term implications of this are, but it definitely seems like it was affected.
All right, that is good.
Ren is up.
Yeah, boy.
That's another success, man.
Throw.
Too good. You know, it's funny. I was trying to add a feature to the Hell Knight brand, whatever I called it, to give you advantage on death saving throws or some bonus to it or something like that.
Doesn't let you.
Can't do it. Can't do it in D&D Beyond. Just won't let you. There's a lot of like weird things that you'd think you could program into these things that you can't. Very strange. Big statue is up. It's gonna try to save against this effect again. It succeeds, but it expends its entire turn doing so. Okay, so it is. It seems active again, but that's all. All right, top of the order, Ren.
Okay.
Boom, you're stable.
Cool.
You're still unconscious, but
yeah.
But you're not dying, so that's nice. Big statue is up. It is going to. It's just going to try to fall on Cassian. It's going to take a big nosedive. So go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Very nice.
But
20.
You're not able to completely escape it, but you are going to take half of this amount of damage.
Okay, fine.
Okay, that's really not that much. So you're going to take 6, which is actually 3, because it's just bludgeoning damage. And you're raging still.
Love rage.
Wow, what a bummer amount of damage. And so it is now. It's prone on the ground. You are now. We'll say here, and it's prone kind of in the same spot. You had to dive really far, but there you go. All right, that's its turn. Blaze.
Blaze is going to, for an action, attack the small statue immediately next to it.
Okay.
With his flaming longsword, 21 to hit.
It's
16.
Whoa, huge.
Following up, second attack.
Okay.
17 to hit.
Hits. Dies.
14 damage.
That's exactly how much health it had. It's dead.
Perfect.
It crumbles.
Now, is Blaze getting the idea that the large statue fell over, or like due to inability to move anymore, or was this like one of his attacks?
Give me a mechanical engineering check.
Is that medicine?
Yeah.
Or nature?
Both. Now, give me a, I don't know. Give me an intelligence check. Not a saving throw, a check.
Check.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so
damn.
You can tell that was a deliberate move. It did that on purpose. You can see it like it T-posed right as it did it. That's a sure sign.
Gotcha. Then I'm going to use my bonus action from haste to cast Dispel Magic.
Okay. All right.
With advantage because he's prone, right?
Nope. It's a Constitution save.
Oh, damn it.
24. He succeeds.
Ugh. All right.
And again, he just has +5. That's just, you keep rolling another 19 on it. I believe that's all of your casts, isn't it?
I have one more. I cast 3.
It says it has 7. Oh, sorry. I did the math wrong. I made that item poorly. And then I gave you the wrong one. What did I get right about it? All right. Okay. So it succeeds. You still have a bonus action. Because you took your additional action to cast that spell, but you still have your bonus action if you have anything you can do with it.
I don't think so. I mean, I could cast that last charge, but
No, that takes an action.
oh, gotcha. Yeah. Oh, sorry. You're right. Bonus. That's what you mean. No. I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Was I not clear enough with bonus and additional action? Come on.
You know, you said bonus, and I heard do whatever you want.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I do the same thing.
So, yeah, right. And, I have no more actions.
Okay. Alrighty, Cassian.
Okay, so a little annoyed that he decided to try to like fall on me and partially succeed. So I'm gonna move back over to him and basically like come down with my axe on him.
Okay, and these will be with advantage because he's prone.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I don't know if that only works with monsters of a certain size, but we're just gonna go with it. That will miss.
Okay, and we'll do again.
That will hit.
Cool.
14. Yeah. Still laying the smackdown on this guy. All right.
Good.
Saris moves over to this side, and he casts a fireball like off the side of the podium in a way that he hopes won't hit anybody else to try and catch the big statue in it. Wow.
Oh.
What nightmarishly terrible damage.
Yep.
And the giant statue will roll its dexterity saving throw at disadvantage. Fail. So it's going to take 19 damage.
Like the weakest fireball.
Yeah. And from the greatest enchanter in the land, too. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Wild. It's almost like he's not everything that that we thought he was, but that can't be true.
Isn't that, yeah. Craziest thing. All right, Ren is up. You're unconscious.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do.
Well, there's a lot of big noises happening around you. Why don't you give me a something. How about a wisdom saving throw?
Okay.
20. Oh, yeah.
Baby.
All right, you wake up. You're groggy.
Okay.
You're on the ground. You're not 100% sure what happened, but you are now conscious and prone.
Okay. I will stagger to my feet and approach the. Well, actually, you know what?
No, so that was your turn.
Oh, that was my turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll say you were able to stand up.
All right.
And you have like 1 hit point. So
Cool.
So don't get hit. Blaze.
Blaze is going to get in on the action, attacking the
Prone giant.
Okay.
Yep.
Go for it.
And this is
At
all
advantage, yeah. And so you can take 3 attacks with your sword, because you can take your extra, not your bonus action, but your extra action to do another weapon attack. You also have a action surge that you've never used.
Yeah, I'm saving that until. Actually, I was going to use it this turn.
Okay, so you can make 5 sword attacks and a dagger attack if you want.
Yeah. Now, I don't get 2 attacks per action. It's not 6.
Well, so because of the haste additional action specifically says you can only take 1 weapon attack with it. So that
understood.
means for your action surge extra action, you can take 2 weapon attacks, but for your haste extra action, you can only take 1. So that's 5 sword attacks and 1 dagger attack.
Gotcha. All right, I'm going to mark off the surge
Listeners,
later,
I hope
but
you're keeping up
here
with
we
all
go.
of this.
Yeah, here we go. 5 advantages.
Remember, hold shift.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Oh, that's a crit. Hit. Miss. Hit.
Ugh. Well, at least one of them's a crit.
Okay, and then you also get your dagger attack.
And that's coming up right this second. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, another crit.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is like last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least the poison damage came through.
He is immune to poison, plus you can't poison it. So you rolled a 1, so it's 7 damage.
All right, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, so you can definitely tell at this point with the fireball and the consistent attacks from Cassian, and then that massive damage you just did, and I think Ren might have even hit it once. This statue, it looks like it's definitely losing bigger chunks of itself. Its integrity is not what it once was. It might be somewhat close to death at this point.
Blaze feels really good for, really inflicting 74 damage onto him in 1 turn.
That was huge. Oh, by the way, I totally did the math wrong last time, where I said you did like 45 damage with 1 attack. That's impossible. I misread the way it was displaying the dice, and that's why you did so much damage. But it's fine.
Gotcha.
Saris, stressing out still, does another fireball. That's much better. So this thing will likely fail its dexterity save. It does. You're not going to believe it, but it had exactly 27 HP left.
Oh,
Saris
baby.
gets the kill.
Saris.
The champ.
Thank God for Saris. Am I right, guys?
Woo! Best sorcerer of his age. The whole time.
He's freaking out, though.
They're freaking out. We won. Yeah?
He's like,
Yeah, good job, team.
he's like, no, we didn't win. Like, we don't know what this thing is here to do. Like, it's obviously some sort of like protector. That thing looks evil up there, and he's pointing at the spear.
So as he's, freaking out, I kind of shuffle over the Blaze and go, get the spear, use the boots. You can keep going up.
We'll call our master.
Well, now that I have like 10 turns to like slowly float up there, I'll go get it.
Well,
Yeah.
first, your haste ends.
Yeah.
Because his concentration is no longer required. Which, here, let me get this guy out of here. It does have the effect, most unfortunately, of when haste ends. I left the spell, but basically,
you get exhaustion, right?
You just for a turn, you're basically like pooped and can't do
whatever.
anything. But it's not
Whatever.
exhaustion. But Saris is like kind of on his hands and knees on the edge of the platform, shouting down at the three of you, excuse me, who are standing at the bottom of the bowl amidst the crumbled ruins of many statues, big and small. And he's like this is bad, guys. Whoever used this space used it to stop anything from getting to this spear. I wanted to check this place out. I didn't want to set it free. This is bad.
Is
He's
it?
freaking out.
Get the spear.
You can tell that tenure is on his mind right now, and he's afraid he might lose it.
Yeah, the really devastating stuff. Get
Yeah.
the spear.
Blades is casting Levitate on himself.
Okay.
And will, on every what we consider to be Blaze's turn, floats upwards 20 feet.
So as you're doing this, Saris is like, he looks like he's like, what do I do? And he shoots a spell at you.
I fire at him with my bow when I get the chance.
Okay, he's gonna go first.
And then I'm going to throw a javelin.
Okay. So he's gonna be. What's the range on a javelin? We'll do this in order.
Yeah.
So he'll cast Hold Person on Blaze. So go ahead and give a Wisdom saving throw. Spell save. It's DC 14.
Ooh.
Ooh, you paralyzed, son. Okay, but people are attacking him, so we'll do the bow first. You can definitely hit him, although he's much above you. You're gonna be at -5 to hit.
-5. Okay.
Yeah, for a
So-
3/4 cover.
Well,
Ooh,
I
that's
crit
a-
failed.
That's
Yeah.
a natty one. You miss. Whatever.
Okay.
All right, but you.
I take 1 damage and die.
Yeah. Okay, but for the javelin, what's the range on that?
30 feet.
30. Yeah, so he's well more than 30 feet away from you.
Was the spell range, if you use the spell thing, is that also 30 feet?
So I don't think that's recharged.
No, I can only do the... It's a magic
It's basically
one,
just
but-
a javelin right now.
Yeah, it's just a javelin.
So it's 3120. So you can still try to hit him, but it will be at disadvantage and at -5.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, go for
Okay.
it.
Oop. It's not gonna work.
Okay, yeah, but that's gonna miss either way. So, so yeah, it just clinks off the side and like slides down the side of the platform. Saris, meanwhile, he's not super hot on spells at the moment. Anyway, he's gonna cast a magic missile at 4th level at Blaze, which is going to be 6 magic missiles. They automatically hit, so that's a total of 21 force damage.
Ow.
Let's see. This guy's actually the random-ish character sheet I picked for him is not really that good. I'll be honest. I think I might actually just screwed myself too. Oh no. Okay. So Blaze can make another saving throw against Hold Person if he wants. I imagine he does.
Absolutely.
Oh
my god.
Okay. Ren.
I'm going to attack again.
Okay.
Surely we'll hit him eventually.
No doubt.
That's
Oh,
okay.
critical.
Balance out that crit fail with a crit success.
There you go.
Roll that damage. Oh my god. Jeez.
Oh, that's some bummer damage.
Whatever.
Okay,
the important
so
thing is that I'm disrupting his concentration.
most likely, yeah. So he'll go ahead and roll a. So that was 19 total. 19 total damage. So he needs to roll a 10 on his Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, boy.
Which he doesn't. So you're no longer held.
Okay. Can I do my second attack, or are we just kind of doing this in turns? Okay.
No.
15.
Hits.
9 damage. Oh my god, dude.
Okay, yeah, he's badly hurt from all of this, but
Walk away!
okay. Cassian.
Can I like dart up the side of this bowl, or is it like too steep?
I don't think we're getting out of here.
You can certainly try, but that would be extremely difficult. It's very smooth.
Okay, so there's not like a good way I can get back up to where he is.
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay, well then I'm gonna like I don't know, run over. I'm gonna run a little bit closer so I can try to throw another javelin a little bit easier, maybe.
Okay.
And we'll throw one, see if I can get it.
So yeah, same result.
Okay, well.
You can do it again if you have another javelin.
I do. Yeah, I'll do that again. I'll just shift again.
Control.
Oh, control, sorry.
Either way, you'll get 2 numbers, so whatever.
That
look
will
at
hit. Oh, excuse me.
No, minus
18,
5.
18, minus 5.
Minus
yep.
5. Oh no, yeah, that still hits.
Oof,
Oh,
yay.
wow. This guy sucks.
Yeah, his AC's 12. So.
Oh my god.
Oh, but I got a 1.
You gotta. Yeah, you're no longer raging at this point because you had a turn where you didn't take or give damage, but you still do 5 damage, which for a guy like this is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
He's definitely freaking out and is still unsure what to do. He's just gonna turn and run.
Good.
He just starts scooting out of this place. You lose sight of him very quickly, given the angle that you're at. Okay, and now it's just you, the crumbled remains of the statues, a big, empty, largely spherical room, and a spear that hovers in the middle of it.
So I'm gonna run back over to the gang and be like, "This is the thing for Dima, right? Let's
it
get
better
that
be.
scroll, right?"
Yeah, so I'm going to contact Dima with the scroll of sending and say, "Hey, we we got a spear thing, like a magic-looking spear that was protected by a guardian. I hope it's what you need because we kind of burned your bridges here."
You have not gotten the spear yet.
Yeah, I know. He's going up to get it.
Yeah,
Well-
I am. Blaze is floating upwards now.
Okay. Well, okay. So what are you telling her precisely?
I'm saying we've located a spear. We're collecting it now. Hopefully this is what you need because we people don't like us anymore in town.
Okay, so this is something that your guy would know. You only have the ability to send a message and then she can reply with sending. So is that the message you want to send?
I guess
At
I'm not
this
really
time.
sure what else I would tell her because there's nothing else we can like.
Okay, so she responds with, "All right, I'm bringing you back."
Well, hold on. I told her that we're collecting it. I didn't say we have it.
Okay, well then, at which point she says, she's at a loss. She doesn't, because her problem now is you have one chance to contact her, and you've told her that you haven't finished the job yet. So
okay,
she's
I see
like,
what you're saying.
all right, I guess I'll teleport you back in an hour, and then that's the last you hear.
Oh, okay, fine. Well, get
So-
the spear, I guess.
Yep. So, just in case, Blaze is gonna do some second wind, get some healing action, and as he continues to float up towards the spear, and then eventually grab it.
Okay, yeah, and you're able to grab it, and as you get close to it, you can tell that this thing is like definitely extremely powerful. Like this is worth hiding from the world, and worth claiming for a demon like Dima. But yeah, once you get up to it, you're able to grab it and bring it back down.
Excellent.
All right, and then you guys,
We wait.
then you wait for about 59 minutes.
They tell me use the scroll, and I go, I already did.
Yeah, hey, now would be a great time to use that scroll, Ren.
Why are you so eager to contact Dima all the time?
I'm gonna see if I can make it out of the bowl to investigate this stuff on the right while we wait.
Yeah. And I'm gonna ninja
So it's that
warrior
kind of a
climb
warped
up this.
wall situation, yeah.
Yeah, it's a warped wall, but 5 times as large.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with enough effort, you end up losing that last hit point you have and dying.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the crane and climb up the presumably lowered rope.
You can just levitate out. So,
I'm levitating out. Yeah, see ya, suckers.
yeah, so at Rin, it's extremely hard for you to get out, but you eventually make it. But much like the other areas, like the place is scoured clean from the radiant lights that had been scouring the place clean.
Okay.
But you don't really find anything of note anywhere.
That's too bad. All right. Taking that.
Cassian's gonna go and collect like little souvenirs of the tiny statues to take back with him, so that he can brag to all of his friends about what he saw in the material plane.
Okay, I wouldn't call them tiny. The small ones are the same size as you. It's the big one that was very big that made them seem tiny in comparison.
Well, tiny like the pieces of them.
Oh, I get it. You're taking shards of statues.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I'm sure all your demon friends would be really jazzed about that.
Yeah.
To look at some rocks.
That's right.
Yeah, they're like, oh, cool, it's a rock. That's the one thing we have plenty of in hell. That and heat. Okay. So yeah, an hour eventually passes, and then you find yourself, kind of getting sucked away from the material plane, and you find yourself back in hell. And at the beginning of Scene 7, home is where the hell is. You find yourselves back in the familiar throne room of Dima, your demonic master. She smiles when she sees you and beckons for you to approach and regale you with the tale of your journey.
I gesture to, I guess you probably still have the spear, right? Like, it's not me.
Yeah, I'm obviously going to be the one presenting this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Yeah, the other two look on with obvious envy.
Mm-hmm. Blaze walks up to Dima and as he gets relatively close, kneels and
Gets uncomfortably close. Yeah.
She might ask him to back away, but holds out the spear in open arms and presents it to her like a little over the top.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that's kind of normal in hell, though, honestly. Everyone's a little melodramatic. So, yeah, she, like, kind of gasps when she sees it and picks it up. And she says, this is wonderful. This is exactly the kind of thing I was hoping we would find out there. Good job, Blaze. And she pats you on the head, and you level up.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Rin goes down a level.
Yeah. Rin and Cassian, you each get 3 experience points.
Wow.
No, she comes and thanks you all, and pats you on the head, and you all level up.
Nice.
And a level
Cassian,
up isn't a euphemism for anything here. You actually gain a level.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, as Dima like pats him on the head, Cassian like sheds a little tear. It's the proudest moment of my life.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely up there, and she's like just oohing and ahhing over this spear, and as she does it, you can't help but do the same, because just even looking at the spear and for Blaze being able to hold it, like this thing, it's pretty sick, honestly. She looks at you all and says, "This is the foundation upon which my empire will be built."
Yes.
I cannot understate the importance of what we as a group have done here.
Rin says, do you think that's powerful enough that you don't need this bow anymore?
And she laughs and says, "Sure, fine, keep it."
Nice. Nice, boss.
And she like sits on her throne. She's kind of admiring this spear. And collectively, you all imagine the great adventures to come as you presumably take over this world or perhaps other ones.
Awesome. And
All right.
while installing my bounty castle.
Yeah, you're daydreaming about something else entirely, but everyone else has got their eyes set on world domination.
Yeah.
You just got a killer date idea.
Yeah.
All right. And that's it. That ends Downtime 2, The Demons of Dima.
Ooh.
Nice.
Excellent.
Great job, everybody.